Hi guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm gonna do part 2 of background people. Okay, let's get into this. All right, as we are becoming self-aware, reconnected, the understandings that are coming in are so profound. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's absolutely wonderful. Now, I want to ask you a few questions, and you guys remember, put your opinions in the comments below. Why, now I'm asking my own self this question, why would I rest my own happiness on background people? People that are there to play a role in my life. Guys, think about it. If my very happiness depends on a person that is a background person in my life, whom is actually the star in their own, and they're writing their own book of life, and therefore I am giving up my sovereignty and allowing a background person to dictate to me my life, my situation, my emotional well-being. Now, if you guys have noticed, my channel is it's an outreach. It's about self-empowerment. It's about walking into your own, guys, and knowing who and what you are. So, why get upset at that clerk behind the counter? You know, it's okay if a background person is doing something that is agitating to you, for you to address it. But don't hold that anger, and because you're holding it against basically yourself. You're doing more damage to yourself by having these feelings inside of you than, than we'll ever, because we talk about energy transfers here, guys. But why are you throwing it at the background person who is walking through their own book of life and having their own experiences here? Why allow them that kind of power and authority over you? Don't do it, guys. Now, I talked a little bit about co-stars, and we have co-stars that come up in our life, parental figures, siblings, spouses, children, and they play a significant role in your life. Your boss at work, maybe. Yes. Okay. But now with this understanding, try and use this tool. Realize that they are a background person in your book of life. So whether they're in a gripey mood or they've got something going on with them, don't take it to heart. Slough that stuff off. Set it down. Don't carry burdens that aren't yours. Release it. I've often gotten the messages in me that when you feel like somebody is upset, I often talk about the empathy part of this journey, where we can feel what's going on within each other. When you feel that kind of negative energy, or somebody's like throwing darts at you, take that energy, give it a hug and a kiss, and send it back out. Give it a new meaning. Remember, guys, energy is neutral, okay? It is unbiased. It has no opinion one way or the other. Energy, by its nature, it just comes in a form, and we are the ones that put the energy into motion with our emotions. So, what I'm saying here, guys, is when you really think about this, and a lot of us have fell into these very trappings, depending on where you're at in your life, your book of life, of how deep you are, in the remembering to forget who you are. Because when you become more aware of yourself and you raise up, those lower lows that you felt through this experience in your book of life will allow you to exceed to the higher highs. But realize your sovereignty. Realize, who and what you are. You are the star of your show. You're writing your book. It's your autobiography, guys. Don't give these background people the power to hurt you. They don't have that power. Only you can give it to them. Yes. Now, we are, the golden rule: respect others, treat others as you want to be treated. Exactly. Because you realize that they are going through their own book of life, and you're a background person in theirs. Therefore, with them being a background person in your life and you're a background person in theirs, yes, you want a mutual exchange. You want to be respected, so you show them respect. And even if they don't show you the respect, flash them a smile. Change that background person's mood. You'd be amazed just by smiling at somebody on what it can do to lift their spirits. This is your book, guys. Write it the way that you want it. Live it the way that you choose. Take your sovereignty, your very God-given abilities, and realize who and what you are. Wow. Profound, guys. Profound. Well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on background people, part 2. Please, comments. Let me hear what's going on with you guys. Yes, I want to know. You're great. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get some reminders whenever I put up new postings. Make sure you give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I will talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about background people. Yes, let's get into it. We hear a lot of times when people are talking about things that there's background people, bots, what else do they call them? Non-participant players, non-character, anyways, they're just background people. So they're not actual players in the game, or, they don't really have a significant role. Well, what if I was to tell you, and maybe we need to think about this just a little bit differently. What if everyone else around you is considered a background person? Yes, a background person for your story, for what's going on with your life, your book of life. Think about it, guys. You are the star of your own show. You are the one that's writing your own book, your book of life. And anybody that you interact with that goes along with you as you're going through your journey, walking this out daily, writing your book, starring in your own show, they would be considered background people. Now, you may run into some co-stars that will, play a significant part in your life, like a spouse. Now, they no longer are like a background person, even though they still are, but they're playing a significant role in your life. Your parents, for example, they are, co-stars because they play a significant role in your life, but they're still background people for you, because this is about you, your book that you're writing, your experiences, your journey. Think about it, guys. So when we look at people and we're, deeming them, well, you're a non-participated player, or, non-character player, and categorizing them as something other than what they are, we are actually dehumanizing them. And we from what I'm learning as I'm growing in my understanding, any kind of label that dehumanizes another person, another individual, is not good. We want to stay away from that, because although they're background people for you, you are a background person for them. Yes. Think about it, guys. It makes perfect sense. So if they didn't play a significant role, maybe you're at Disneyland and there's a bunch of people at Disneyland and you're waiting in that line, that ride that everybody wants to go on, but you're still having to wait in that line because all of those other background people in your story are in line ahead of you. Well, realize that the person standing right in front of you and the person standing right in back of you, they're writing their book of life too, being patient with the people in front of them or behind them or whatever's going on. Yes, it's a whole new understanding, guys. It takes away labels of dehumanizing any people group for whatever, the purposes are. Because when you really get to the nuts and bolts of things, you are the star. Everything around you is just background. Even the environment around you, the things manifesting around you, it's background, guys. It's background for you to have your experience, for you to expand in your awareness, to participate in this and grow daily. So, next time you look at somebody and say, oh, well, they're not getting it, they don't see the Mandela effect, they don't understand. They're just deeper in the game. They're still in the forgetting to remember part. So they're, by the experiences that they're having, by being so deep in the game, the experience when they wake up is going to be that much bigger and that much grander for them. Yes, these are just new concepts to try and wrap our noodles around. It's wonderful. So, before you judge somebody as a non-participant player, background person, think about that you yourself are a background person in their life. And it's all good. If you want to be a co-star in their life, you may ask that person to marry you. Think about it, guys. Yeah. All right. Hey, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the reminder thing so you get notifications when I do postings. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, guys. Today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about which way is up. Yes. Okay. I've given you guys little pieces of my testimony about how I felt in 2012. Yeah. It was like everything I knew, every class I took, religious background, everything seemed backwards. I actually felt angry about it. I felt like somebody had misled me, mistaught me, deceived me throughout my life. And it was like, why are they teaching everybody everything backwards? It wasn't a good feeling, guys. To feel that I had been so deceived and everything was so inverted. Yeah, just like that. But as I've come to the understanding and I'm growing daily with you guys, that's one of the things that, I had to let go of. I had to let go of that anger, let go of that bitterness, let go of the knowledge that I had accumulated through my life that was inverted. We seek for things. This is how things used to be for me. I would read a book, I would study, I would take a class, and I would take a test, and the teacher would say, yes, you gained that knowledge, you get an A on that paper. Well, it seems like, okay, the stuff that I was learning was like old information, old data, so to speak, So that was a big hurdle for me, the feeling like, that we've all been deceived, that this is just all one big show to keep us into a submissive type of a position so that way we wouldn't understand who and what we are. Well, I'm growing and learning and, understanding that, it's not that anybody was deliberately trying to do this to us. You teach what you know. You don't understand, And I don't think that anybody would deliberately just teach somebody wrong. I think about, my children, the things that I knew that I taught to them. Did I deliberately deceive my children? No, it was just, a misunderstanding in my way of thinking of how this world actually works. But guys, we're coming to the knowledge now. We're coming to that greater wisdom. We're coming to that greater understanding of who and what we are. And I do get really excited when I see other people and the amount of people now who are coming together and going through these very same things, but going through much quicker, because there's a community that's building up. And we could sit there and talk and share testimonies and see the synchronicities within each other. And, it brings peace to your heart, But it really, when I think about it, it is about coming out of duality in Pisces and going into a new age. The Mayans talked about it. Several different cultures, understood that there's these different cycles that that we will go through, that the planet goes through, that our consciousness will go through. So, if you're going through that stage where you're feeling like you've been deceived, you've been taught wrong, you're angry, just realize that people didn't deliberately teach you wrong. They taught what they knew. They taught from their understanding. They taught from their interpretation at the time. And as time is progressing, so are we. So we're pushing out the old, we're bringing in the new. Also want to tell you, my husband and I were watching one of the videos that I just made, and a scripture, believe it or not, came to mind. And it says it's the glory of God to conceal a matter, and it's the honor of kings to seek it out. Well, I see a lot of royalty seeking things out, seeking from within, connecting back up, discovering who and what we truly are. It's an amazing time to be alive, guys. It just is. So, don't get stuck in the bitterness and the anger, or don't get stuck and plant your feet hard in what you learned in a book from old understandings. Open your mind a little bit, be a little more flexible, move with the spirit, go with the flow. Don't fight against the current. Eventually, you're going to get caught up in the current and you're going to go along with the flow anyways. So, don't fight it, guys. Don't fight with each other. Just realize we're in this together. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today on Michelle's Opinions. Peace. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm out of order. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell. Okay, now, a thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, we're going to talk about, are you a dream worker? Yes! I bet you if you're watching this, you are. You probably watched the symptoms one and saw, yes. Okay, here's my top 10 list. And you guys remember, comment below, because I know one thing that I know for sure, is that I don't know everything. That's one thing that I do know. We learn from each other and grow every day. Okay, number 1. You dream that you're at your job. Yeah, your regular 9 to 5, your day job. You may actually have a dream that you are at your job. You're not happy about it, but it's just the message. Understand, it's the message that is trying to tell you that you are working in your sleep. You're a dream worker. Okay, number 2. vivid dreams of future events. As we start to go through, and I listed the symptoms, you start to get more attuned and you remember things that are going on. Really vivid dreams will stick out to you, and you'll find that you can recall them when you wake up the next morning. I suggest that you keep a dream journal, and I didn't do that myself. But I did write down the biggies, the ones that really like, what? That makes no sense. I did write them down and date them. But I was a pretty active dreamer. I think I would have been in that journal all day long when I was awake. So, okay. And there's a part A and part B to number 2. And part A is prophetic. So you're having these dreams about a future event and then you walk through it. That's called prophecy. You're seeing something that's going to happen in the future. Yes. And B, it could also be called remote viewing. I watched the channel Farsight Institute. Very interesting stuff, guys. I recommend you check them out on remote viewing. Wow. Okay. Number 3, you get the sensation when you're in your dream, at least I do, that I am gliding and flying. I actually have been in situations, we talked about this last night on Mel's Table Talk, Mel's Talk Table. No, I said it right the first time, Mel's Table Talk. Okay, that's her channel. She does panel shows, really interesting. You guys should check that out. Anyways, we were talking about the dream sensation, and there's been times where I'll be in like a gathering of people and I will become aware that I am in a dream state, and I will actually be able to raise myself up and then look down at things in a different perspective. It's not that I am higher than them. It's like raising up my perspective to view it from a different angle. A lot of times when we're participating here, we get so close and entangled in the incident itself that we forget that we are just playing a part here. And sometimes, you know, if you do that exercise, which I gave you guys in a earlier video, about raising your perspective up and then viewing and then seeing it as the dance that it is, that will help you with, you know, the emotional turmoil and things like that that could be going on. And, you know, knock anxiety out of the way, fear out of the way, depression out of the way, just get rid of it. Okay. Number 4, you can have the sensation of sleep paralysis, or you feel like a strong energy harness is like around you. You know how when your leg feels like it's falling asleep and things like that, that tingly feeling? It's kind of like that. I've had this happen to myself. And it feels like just this energetic, and it's not a painful thing, but like maybe a harness has been put on me while maybe some medical things are going on or being addressed. And again, I'm going to bring up Mel's live show because we talked about, you know, things happening in a higher realm, like 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th, you know, level, and then shadowing down, you know, is something going on with my light body that is being repaired that's going to manifest here. Something to think about, guys. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, number 5. You walk around your house and your spirit body. I have done that several times. I think I'm up and walking around. And then what my go-to is a light switch. If I am wondering if I'm still asleep or not, I go for a light switch. And if I cannot click the light switch on, or if I'm hitting the switch and the light's not coming on, I am out roaming around. I'm still asleep. So, you know, try that, guys. Try and give yourself a little touchstone to see, you know, if you can turn on a light switch, or, you know, make your own one, something that's personal to you, so that way you'll know and it'll give you some confirmation. Okay. Number 6, you gain the wisdom and knowledge without having to look things up. I tell you this, guys, I spoke a foreign language. I had multiple accents. I had knowledge and understanding of things that I did not study. Yeah, stuff like that happens, guys. Okay, number 7, you receive messages clearly. Now, during the daytime, in meditation, and it takes a little while for us to link up and to hear clearly, okay? But I'll tell you what, guys, in your sleep, those messages are coming through loud and clear. There's no filters or anything that's going on in your dream state. The messages are coming through. Sometimes, it'll come across to you as riddles and puzzles. Ugh, sorry. Riddles and puzzles or parables. Because we enjoy doing those kind of things. The spiritual enjoys having us seek things out, It's amazing. It's really amazing. Okay, where were we? Number 8. You see the differences in your life around you. Like, things start to manifest around you based on, now you're consciously thinking, and also in your dream state, whatever's going on in there then starts to reflect around you. It's pretty amazing, guys. Whew. The manifestations that I've seen take place are off the charts. And the Mandela effect in itself is a huge manifestation. We can't just keep dismissing it, guys. We really have to acknowledge that as a people and realize that something's going on, and, get to that understanding. Okay, number 9. You see the world upside down or inverted, which I talked about at the beginning. When in 2012, I saw everything was upside down and inverted. So my way of thinking, the knowledge that I thought that I had, the classes that I took, the educational background, all of it, everything was backwards. From religion to education to everything I thought that I knew, it was backwards. So I had to lay a new foundation and grow from there. But that's okay, because it works out, guys, for everybody, everyone. Okay. And number 10, you'll be more heart-based centered. I do realize that I acknowledge my responsibilities now for my actions. I do not set out to hurt anybody. My intentions now are more focused, and that it all started with dream state, okay? So, if you're wondering if you are a dream worker, I have to say, yeah, you probably are, because the messages that I've been getting are for everybody. We are all going to come into this together. And that's where we need to show the patience, you guys, with each other. Because some people, are still engulfed in the experience. They're still into the remembering to forget part. But we got to realize, guys, we just left the age of Pisces, okay? We're going into the age of Aquarius. A lot of people get really fuddled up with the terminology New Age. They say, oh, that's a religion, New Age, New Age. No, guys, let's take the labels off and realize that we are dawning into a new age. It's a good thing, guys. We're coming into the golden age, the age of knowing. We're going to know who and what we are, the abilities, the gifts, everything that is in each and every one of us. It's just manifesting like crazy around us. Yeah, it's like that, guys. Okay, well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on, are you a dream worker? I believe you are. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the reminders. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to talk about symptoms of a dream worker. I've made a list of 10 symptoms that I see pretty common in just about every light worker, dream worker, Holy Spirit baptism person. Again, guys, let's not try to worry about the labels on it, and let's just look at what is going on. Okay, number 1, you are exhausted when you wake up the next day. But not a bad exhausted, a good one. Like, you've been busy, but it was a good busy. You know, that kind of feeling. Okay, Number 2, you feel like you just got off work, but in a good way, which I just touched on. Number 1, I tend to do that, is the information flows in, it just kind of comes out. So yeah, you feel like you just got off work, even though you just woke up. Okay, number 3, an inner knowing that something is going on. You start to have this inner knowing that while you're sleeping, there's a little more going on than you just resting. Yeah. Okay, number 4, you start feeling healthier and looking younger. I have to say, I am noticing that in so many of my friends, so many people that I have talked to over the past year or 2 years. They're radiating, they're glowing. It's amazing. Okay, number 5, you drop wisdom in your mind and you don't know where it comes from. You'll be talking to someone and all of a sudden this profound wisdom will come from you and you'll be like, oh, whoa. You probably learned that in your sleep while you were dreaming. Okay, number 6, you see things changing around you. Mandala. Becoming more aware. Okay, number 7, you search out others going through the same thing. You feel a little isolated in this, guys. At least I did. And you seek out others that are, at least experiencing the same stuff with you. Yeah. Okay. Number 8, you question your own sanity, which pretty much goes hand in hand with number 7, seeking out for others going through it with you. So you don't feel quite as crazy. Okay. Number 9, you have a hunger for the holy books, investigation, to look into certain topics that seem to be dropped into you while you're sleeping, and then you go and seek out whatever is the current information. And a lot of times, I'll tell you what, guys, you find out that the information that you got in your sleep, it surpasses what you find in the world. It's really interesting, but it's true. Okay. Number 10. You begin to become aware that life is not exactly what you thought it would be. Yeah, it's different. I know that in 2012, I felt like everything was flipped upside down. What? Yes. I want to give a little testimony here now that I've given you the list of 10 things to look at. And I'm doing this because it seems to be a common thread that people are starting to ask questions about, are they doing these things? What's going on with them? And I do want to say the best place to find out and get any answers is from within. Seek with your heart, get connected, and get the information for yourself. It's there for you. It's always great to get confirmation among other people, yes. But in 2012, I felt a little isolated, like I was stranded on an island like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and so when you are kind of alone in this, it teaches you almost to rely on yourself and to seek from within, because I didn't have other people, to really communicate with. And I also wanted to bring up, in 2001, I started having these vivid dreams. The doctor called them night terrors and put me on a medication to stop me from dreaming. I have this feeling, you guys, that this is not something that is new. I think this is something that's been going on for decades. It's just finally resonated through us to the point that we are becoming aware that it is going on. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It's so wonderful. I'm making my next video is, are you a dream worker? I've got the top 10 list on that too, guys, so stay tuned. Hey, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get the reminders. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to bring up 20 steps that are pretty common in everybody's journey through testimonies that I've heard from other people and from my own experiences. This is the list of 20 that I have come up with. You guys can check and see if these are some that are going on with you, or add some in the comments below that you're going through that may not be on my list. Okay, step number 1, dreams and visions. Yeah, we get messages in our dreams and visions. Step number 2, spiritual awakening or Holy Spirit baptism. Step number 3, reconnection, praying in tongues. Yes. Okay, step number 4, hearing messages clearly, adjusting our antenna so we can get the messages so we can understand them. That's a big one, guys. Number 5, empathy, when your heart breaks wide open and you can feel everyone surrounding you. Wow, it's overwhelming at times, but we learn and we grow. Okay, step number 6, going through our Judgment Day. I did a video, check it out, about Judgment Day. But we go through and we label everything good or bad or judge this and that, and yes, we're judging everything. Okay, number 7, prophetic. We see things that happen in the future in our dreams or in meditation or in a vision, and then we walk through it in life. Some people call it remote viewing. Yes. Okay. And now we are on step number 8, reading other people's energy. And it goes along with the empathy, but you get beyond the empathy, and then you can link up with somebody and you can actually read their energy. You can tell if they're jealous of you or getting angry with you, if they're sad, depressed, happy, if they're in joy, if they love you. You can feel it, you guys. You can actually feel it. I think soon there's no more going to be hiding behind words. We're going to be able to read each other just like an open book. Okay. Number 9, awareness. You begin to see like the Mandela effect. You begin to see the changes around you and see that this place is, it's a lot more changeable than we thought, and we are able to change things. Step number 10, patience. We're waiting, but we are wanting everyone around us to know who and what they are. But we have to show patience. It is a virtue. I am guilty of being super excited about who and what we are and wanting everybody to know their unlimited potential. So yeah, I gotta work on patience. 11, manifesting and co-creating. With the Mandela effect and these other anomalies going on, we realize that we are able to manipulate and co-create and manifest. We manifest it and then we experience it with our senses, with our sense of smell, taste, sight, hearing, touch. Yes. Wow, it's a huge understanding, guys, but it is wonderful. Okay, step number 12, understanding and respecting the people around you and their sovereignty. We do not want to rush anybody into awakening and becoming aware. This is where I was talking about with my patience. I need to work on my patience with those around me, because everybody is where they need to be. There is no first or last, or we are all at the right place at the right time. It will happen for everyone in due time. Everyone in their season. Every flower will bloom, in its due season. So I have to work on, the patience part, but I do respect people's sovereignty. I do respect people, on the physical level, that we knew of, but I also now on the spiritual level, I do respect people's sovereignty and their right to choose. Okay, now step number 13. And then we understand how each of us actually affect one another. So whatever I'm putting out, if I'm angry or upset with somebody, how it affects them and it manifests around other people. Yeah, so we take the responsibility for our actions, and then we take more accountability for what we are doing and what we're projecting out. It's a wonderful thing, guys. It's an absolutely wonderful thing. Okay, step number 14. We look around us with like childlike eyes. You admire the beauty of the flower. You stop and smell those roses. You enjoy the simplicity, or well, I wouldn't say simplicity. I would say what we consider the simpler things in life. Actually, we stop and appreciate the grand design of it all and how wonderful it is. Okay, number 15. And I just touched on that. Appreciating and admiring the beauty, the complexity, the detail, and everything that's going on around us. Okay, number 16. The ability to heal yourself and heal others. Tomorrow I will be doing a video with the help of my husband to show you guys where I was at in 2012 and where I am at today. It's amazing, guys. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, number 17. We're learning to walk with this new awareness. You know, it's not easy to have everything you thought you knew uprooted and then replant a solid foundation and then grow up from there. I mean, some of us have been walking this earth for a while under this old way of thinking. So this new understanding, it takes a little time to lay that hard foundation out that we can grow up and learn to walk in it daily. Okay, number 18, understanding balance and 0 point. Now, I've talked to you guys about this before. The pyramid up, the pyramid down, and you walk through the center. You're no longer judging things up here as good and things down here as bad. You're just walking through everything and appreciating everything for its grandeur and its glory and everything, how it benefits you daily. Okay, number 19, removing the labels from people, actions, and things. This seems to happen pretty quickly after you go through your judgment day period. Then the labels seem to fall away. I gave you guys an exercise on how, to help with that. If you're having a problem with a situation that seems like it's really daunting to you and you're feeling a little stuck and hopeless or helpless, take your awareness and raise it up and then look down and see everybody as the beautiful, colorful lights that we are, how we are all dancing together, and that helps all of that small, petty stuff just kind of fall away. Okay, and number 20, growing in the wisdom we are getting and walking in it daily. Now, that is, like I was just saying about the foundation, when you've been walking here, for as long as I have, to get your foundation ripped up and to plant a new one, it takes a little bit of time, which goes hand in hand with the patience we need to show for each other. So, make your checklist, see how many of those, that you fell under, that you've already accomplished, the goals that you have already achieved. Add some that I've missed. I know there is so many more, so much more going on. I hope this helps you understand who and what you are, how amazing you are. It's just wonderful, guys. It's absolutely wonderful. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell so you can get notifications when I do new postings. Make sure you guys give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about, is my journey better than yours? Well, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know, no, I do not think that. What I've noticed though is we have a lot of things in common, where in mine, it started with dreams and visions. Then I had this amazing Holy Spirit baptism, spiritual cleansing, and then speaking in another language, linking back up, empathetic heart, you know, all these different steps that I went through, and I grow daily. Where somebody else may start with the spiritual cleansing, linking back up, and then they have the spiritual cleansing, and then they start having dreams and visions. And I listen to the testimony of people around, and it seems like although we go through different steps at different times, it seems to have a lot to do with where we're at in our mind, where the twisting and the confusion is. We're met there, and then we begin our journey. And I see that so many of the steps are similar. So if you haven't had your spiritual cleansing step, or you're not having dreams and visions yet, or, you know, oh, it's okay. They're coming. Don't you worry about it. I've been listening to so many people and their testimonies, and oh my gosh, it enriches my heart daily, guys. This is like, it's so, oh, I just love that everybody is becoming self-aware and realizing, you know, their abilities, their gifts, and going after their passions. I talked a little bit about ego. You know, I'm not going to tell you that my way is the right way. I've heard enough since 2012 to present to see that so many people go through the same things in different orders. So we label them different things, we may call it something different, but they're the same kind of outcome, the same kind of manifestations, the same kind of understandings. Somebody may call what they're doing channeling, okay? I'm getting the same messages, and I say I'm getting it from the Holy Spirit. But the channeled message that they're getting is the same. Wow. Yes. So, doesn't matter what order your steps are in. I see that the big steps seem to be common. They're common things that we all go through as we are all waking up, or others people call it ascending, and the Christians would call it Holy Spirit baptism. We're walking around like the apostles did, you know, coming into the gifts of the Spirit. It's amazing, guys, and to listen to the different testimonies and hear the different orders. You know, it's almost like you can't wait, and you're waiting with anticipation on when they're going to reach another one that you possibly have already went through, because you know it's coming. There's just no way around it. So don't worry yourself. If your eyes have popped open and you're seeing like the Mandela effect, for example, you're seeing things are changing around you, but maybe you haven't had a spiritual whoosh yet. It's coming. You will have it. And maybe it won't be so intense on you. Maybe that's not exactly what you need at the moment. It seems like as we're walking out this journey, whatever it is that we need, that's what we get. And I'm seeing by the testimonies, like I said, as we're walking this out, the destination is the same. It's beautiful, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. So don't worry. So, you know, if somebody says my way or the highway, no, don't follow that lead, guys. You'll know within yourself. Seek from within. Take advice from others that have the wisdom. Yes. And if they, fell in holes, like what I'm trying to share with you guys so you don't get stuck in some of the same places I did, take that advice onto yourself. Test all things. Pray. Get the confirmations yourself. Everything you're looking for is within. It's within your reach, guys. Okay, that's it for Michelle's opinions on Is My Journey Better Than Yours? No. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, hit the bell, the reminder bell, so that way you'll get the notifications whenever I do a new posting. And make sure you give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I will talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I would like to talk about ego. Healthy ego and toxic ego. I hear often from many people that we need to just get rid of our ego. Ego is bad. Let's think about this, guys. Do you think that we have parts of us that we don't need? Spare parts? Actually, what we're finding out is there's parts of our DNA that seem to be dormant, parts of our brain that are dormant. It seems that those things are all coming to sparking into life. So, instead of thinking that you need to shut off your ego and just get rid of it, which, helps you to be who you are, helps you navigate through this and experience. Me, personally, I'm going to keep my ego. My ego is not the problem. It's the use of my ego that can be the problem. Let me explain. I made a few contraries. I'm going to try and make this a short video. Okay. A healthy ego. My healthy ego has helped me to stay alive. So, when I'm walking on a narrow path up the side of a cliff, my healthy ego is helping me to stay closer to the mountainside rather than walking right there on the edge where I can tumble over. Yeah. It's my ego that is wanting to keep me alive. My ego keeps me from playing on the freeway. Yeah, I'm not going to go bouncing around on the freeway because my ego is telling me, not a good thing. So, would that mean that my ego's bad? No. I'm keeping my ego. My ego helps me navigate. My ego helps me with bringing in and absorbing all the experiences and getting the most out of them. Okay, my ego helps me gain courage and to try new things. How about skydiving? I've always wanted to go skydiving. My ego is going to give me the courage to go do that. And so many people, go up, and there's helpers now that help you go and achieve these things. So it's completely safe, okay? My ego gives me a healthy sense of fear. Not as scary, I'm afraid of everything, but just like the examples I gave you with playing on the freeway or walking on the edge of a very narrow path on the side of a mountain that I'm not going to go and try and pummel down and fall and hurt myself. And my ego also helps create experiences. And when I'm participating in those manifested experiences, my ego helps me to absorb it and get the most out of it. Okay, now let's go to the other end of the spectrum. What is a toxic ego? Well, a toxic ego would be somebody that uses their position of authority to cause you to submit to what they're telling you to do. They may say, I am connected to God, and God told me that you need to do this. Well, I would consider that a toxic ego issue, okay? And you guys, in every aspect of everything that's going on, We can either use it for our benefit to grow, or we can stunt ourselves and get stuck. So just keep that in mind when I'm listing these out. And again, this goes along with the godlike, the authority. A teacher in a classroom may, there could be a genius, as one of their students. But no matter what that student says, that teacher's ego is so inflated that they will never be able to surpass what that teacher thinks that they know. That, is considered a toxic type ego, meaning that nobody will ever catch up, nobody can surpass you, because, hey. All right, yeah. An ego is a person that's using a toxic ego will tell you it's my way or the highway. They usually do use threatening terms, or if you, if they're buried in their toxic ego, they will attack you. They'll use attack words at you because their ego, oh, you don't threaten my ego. And they'll question you or call you names and be really bitter and really heavy-handed on you. Okay. Okay, they use, and I brought this up in the video I just made before about the 12 Years a Slave, that movie. Somebody with a haughty ego, where they dehumanize others. They don't realize that everybody is equal and we're co-creating together. Maybe they do realize it, and they're wanting those other people to co-create what their vision is, and not even allowing those people to broaden out their own experience. But they'll use holy books, and in that movie they used the very scriptures and cause those people to submit to their masters and things like that. That's an unhealthy ego. That's a toxic ego, and you've got to know which is, where's your good and where's your bad. Don't polarize anything. Just be accepting and move through it. And as we are, it just seems like the ego's being polarized, is being deemed as bad, evil, get rid of it. No, guys, keep your ego. Keep your individualism, keep your personality. We're every color of the rainbow. We are a garden of so many arrays of colors of flowers that are blooming up. I mean, any way that you try to look at this, wouldn't it be pretty boring to walk around and we were all just the same? I think of, a Borg. We're all thinking the same, we're all talking the same, we're all exactly the same. Sounds boring to me. Okay, so you get my drift. So part of our individualism, our little bit of our ego, healthy ego. Our healthy ego keeps us alive, keeps us from doing crazy things, and it's a part of our personality. So yeah, and let's see. Yep, and I touched on that. And yes, toxic ego is going to want you to create their vision only. They're not going to take into account of the equality that you have with them. But a healthy ego is going to see that you are infinite potential and want you to blossom up and be all that you can be, but still not play on the freeway or walk on the edge of a cliff. You guys see the difference? So let's stop demonizing our egos and realize it's a part of our personality. There's also, I wanted to touch on this real quick, twin flames. You're gonna find people out there that would be completely opposite background, but woo, you mesh up with them so well. It's like, oh my gosh, you're the other half of my brain. I've met such a person. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. She does a show called Mel's Table Talk. I recommend you guys look it up. That's what the channel name is, and that is what the shows are called. And she goes live, and she has a panel. She brings in guests all the time. So, go check her out, guys. She's amazing. She's listed on my homepage as one of the suggested channels. So that's it on ego, guys. Accept your ego, love your ego. It's not bad. It's not. It's just a matter of how you apply it and how you use it towards other people. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to talk about I am. Yes. Okay. A lot of times we use the term I wish, or I'm trying, or they're kind of defeative type words that we put before something that we're trying to accomplish. Try an exercise where instead of putting I'm trying or I'm working on it, and put I am doing this. It is happening. Put a more definitive word in front of the accomplishment that you are doing, and watch the manifestations. Okay, I made a list of I ams. Okay, here's my list of I ams. I am aware. These are just examples, guys. Check them out. I am responsible for my actions. I am love. I am peace. I am joy. I am non-judgmental. I am accepting. I am experiencing. I am manifesting. I am co-creating. I am becoming conscious. Ooh, and we all are. It's so great. I love it. I am Christ consciousness. Remember, guys, in the Bible it says when you see him, you will be like him. Okay. I am freedom. I am sovereignty. I am respectable. I am respecting. I am an observer. I am a participant. I am authentic. I am genuine. Okay, that's my list of I ams. What are your list of I ams? Try and do this exercise for yourself. Instead of putting the trying or doing or these non-effective words, just put the action word in there. I am. Boom. And then where you're going for. Okay? I promise. It will lift your heart. It will bring you up. Wherever you're needing balancing, you will balance out. You are what you think you are. Every man is right in his own mind. These are all, that was a statement from the Bible, okay? And do you remember when the rich man came up to Christ and said, he wanted to be like him? And he said, go and sell all your goods and distribute them to the poor. And, the rich man was, what? Well, he was judging people by materialistic things. That was the error in his mind. It wasn't meant to mean to really go and sell all your things and give it to the poor. Christ was trying to show him that in his own mind, the judgments that he was putting on people by all of the things that he had acquired in his life was in error. Okay? And remember when somebody approached Christ and called him good master, and then Christ said, no, not good. There is none good, no, not one. Why do you think he said that? Calling something good is, again, putting a label on it. This is good, this is bad. I think about, the mindset and from what is coming in and this new understanding that if we're labeling things good or bad, we're in error here. We're shutting down the very experiences that we're here to expand. We're here to grow. We're a seed in the garden being watered daily and springing up and out. If you're limiting yourself on what you're going to experience because you're labeling things good and bad, you're shelving yourself off. You're putting walls up. Well, I am a wall kicker. I talk about the boxes and compartments that people put themselves in, okay? Well, put me in a box and I'm gonna kick the walls down of that box because I want the full experience. I am having the full experience. I am loving this journey. I am loving getting to know myself. I am waiting with bated breath for each revelation to come daily. It's a beautiful thing, guys. And also, think about where you're at. If you are at the judgmental period of your journey, try to control yourself and not lash out and attack people who are just there putting up signs and posts to get your attention. These things are going on all around us. And bless those people that are finding these Mandela effects and putting them up for people to see. That's hard work, guys. And they're not doing it for their benefit. They're already seeing it. They're doing it for your benefit. But if you're in that stage of judging all things, going through your white throne judgment, watch my video, Judgment Day. I explain a lot about what Judgment Day is. I had my Judgment Day period. I popped out the other side. I am walking this journey daily. It's wonderful. It just really is, guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy each moment of your journey. I even look back on my judgment time now with gratitude in my heart. Every place that I have been, I have taken away lessons. I appreciate it so much more. Oh, you know, I am so grateful that they met me where I was at and have brought me along and are still daily. The information comes in, I put it out to share with you guys. And I am in my heart hoping that this outreach helps others to see how beautiful and wonderful you guys are. Also, wow, put your comments in. Like, share, and subscribe. You might want to hit the bell. I didn't realize that you won't get the notifications when I put new videos up unless you click that bell. Anyways, you know what? Life is good. I am enjoying it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about manifestation and what are some of the things going on around us that are manifesting, like the Mandela effect. Yes. Okay. You know, some of the things that we ask ourselves, what are we manifesting around us? Well, you know, if you think about it, you can kind of look at it in this kind of a context. At least in my opinion, this has helped me. What kind of people am I surrounding myself with? Am I surrounding people, you know, that are possibly negative? Their outlooks on things are negative. They're always picking apart everything. They're highly judgmental. They're trying to shield themselves away from certain things, putting the labels on as good and bad, you know, and then when you deem something bad, you gap yourself away from it, you know, things like that. Or are you surrounding yourself with people that are 100% always in agreement with you, in, you know, are labeling things as, you know, a positive. Oh, that's a good thing. Let's go for that. That's good. That's good. That's good. And I would consider that to be like surrounding yourself with a bunch of yes men, you know, like what you say, they just follow it up. All right. Well, what I'm understanding from each and every single one of us, how wonderful each and every one of us are, how important we all are to each other. And as I look at it as a dance that we are doing, both of those examples I gave you are really, you know, not the ideal thing. That I would consider to be like polarization. So when you become polarized, you are off balance in some way. You are looking at something in a certain way, and again, putting labels on it as good or bad. And then you're not allowing yourself to fully engage with what's going on. Think about it, guys. When people say, oh, no, that is so bad. Oh, it's bad for your health, and don't do this and don't do that. You put a gap, and then you know what? You never find out for yourself. Okay? Now, I'm not saying don't learn from wisdom, from mistakes others have made. Yes, definitely. Take into the account the wisdom that people are giving you. But when it comes to somebody saying, don't eat meat, you know, God doesn't like that, or, you know, on your diet, and maybe it's something you enjoy doing, but now it's just been labeled, and now you're like, oh my gosh, you know, it's bad. So now in your mind, you're thinking it's bad. So therefore it becomes bad because you manifest it as bad. I hope this is making sense to you guys. And when I was talking in the video before about familiar spirits, you know, I think about, I watched this movie, it's called 12 Years a Slave. And when the masters of these plantations would, on the supposed day of rest where, you know, they would read scripture, you know, and let the slaves know of God, they were preaching all the time of submit to your master, that's good in the eyes of God, blah, 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 okay? So if somebody is preaching to you and they're trying to put you under their thumb, and they're using tools that is supposed to be heaven sent, and they're using them as a weapon against you, you need to think about that for a minute, guys. What? Why are we allowing that? Set that stuff down. They're wanting you to manifest what they want you to manifest for them. So, as we are walking this out, and we're seeing things like the Mandela effect and all, you know, planes stopping in the sky, glitches in the matrix, and all this wonderful stuff going on, and we're all, you know, walking through this journey, there are steps that we are going through, and we need to be patient with one another. Don't be so quick to type out something and say, you are totally wrong, or, you know, things. I see people attacking each other right and left, and all they're doing is trying to do a reach out, you know, to help people to realize that this is going on. The big revelation of who and what we are is coming. I mean, yes, guys, brace yourselves, or loosen the straps, whichever way you need to flow. You know, if you're too heavy on one side, you know, you need to make sure you balance it out. You just make sure that, you know, you're walking through. And like I said, there's no wrong way. Once you get the realization within you, whether, you know, I call it a Holy Spirit baptism, but the reason I call it that is because that's the indoctrination that I was raised with. Doesn't mean my way's the right way. No. What I'm saying is where I started with all of the former programming that had been stuffed into my noodle, that I got met where I was at, and I'm being brought through this daily, just like you guys. So, when we're talking about manifestation, think about what you're manifesting. Are you manifesting what you really want, or are you manifesting something that's been indoctrinated or programmed in your mind? Yes, think about it, guys. That Mandela effect, just throwing things out and changing things around us, yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing. And it just tells you how much we are able to do here. We're in a new age. We are coming out of Pisces and going into Aquarius. The time of knowing, the golden years. Raise up whichever side is lacking. Lower down whatever side is too high. Get in balance and just let it flow around you. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions on manifestation. Mandela effect. Yes. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's opinions, I want to talk about familiar spirits. I actually took notes. I looked it up under the Bible dictionary so that way I could get the actual definition of what is a familiar spirit. So let's see what the Bible dictionary has to say about familiar spirits. Okay, it says sorcerers or necromancers who profess to call up the dead to answer questions. They were said to have familiar spirits. Okay, the Hebrews called somebody with a familiar spirit an ob, which means a leather bottle. Sounds like our skin, kinda, doesn't it? The vessel, okay? Sorcerers were regarded as vessels containing inspiring demons. All right. The Hebrew word was equivalent to the Greek word pytho, okay? The word familiar is the Latin for familiars, okay? Meaning a household servant. And it was intended to express the idea that the sorcerers had spirits as their servants, ready to obey their command. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about generational curses. Yes. Well, if your grandma and great-grandma and great-great-grandma and grandpa, they worshipped a certain god, okay? They would pass that down generation to generation, okay? And I often think about, what was Christ facing when he went into Israel? What was going on in his time? What was so new about what he was saying? What path was he walking? What examples was he showing to the people around him that were so offensive that they were so in such a big hurry to try to put him away, okay? Well, one of the things that he had told the Sadducees and Pharisees is that they worship their father, the devil. Huh. Makes you think, guys. We often confuse familiar spirits with necromancy, which was in one of the definitions, or demons, okay? To me, it seems more like it's familiar to you. You were raised with it. It's something that, has been in your family for a very, very long time. As I'm walking through this journey daily with you guys, these new understandings are coming in, and they're not familiar. So, the understandings of us, manifesting and experiencing and the gifts of the Spirit. Now those are, they're in Corinthians. I said Acts before, that's the Acts of the Apostles. But in Corinthians, if you look under the gifts of the Spirit, a lot of these things that are raising up in everybody are listed right there in the Bible. So many people are just petrified of any kind of change. Afraid to walk away from what is familiar to them. And I have to say, I had that same fear. But as time has progressed and I have moved along, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that Christ himself said that, you know, once he is with you, he will never forsake you. He will never leave you. He's with you till the end. He said it, I believe him. Once the baptism, the spiritual baptism happened to me, that was something, no matter what I had twisted in my head, that part, I knew it was there to stay and to help get me through this. When we try to look at, you know, old understandings of things, we cleave to it because that's all we know. And we're afraid. And fear is the worst thing. It's like one of the biggest obstacles that we have to get over. So, you know, if you were to ask me who is dealing with the familiar spirit, well, from the definitions that I got from the Bible Hub, well, if they are in leather vessels, which would be skin, they would be people that are preaching things of the old ways, laws, Sabbaths, eat this, don't eat that, this holy day, and that this one's not, bow, scrape, submit, do this, do that. Those people that are piling all this stuff onto your back. From what I have gotten from the Holy Spirit, I call it Holy Spirit baptism. I also would call it a spiritual cleansing. New eyes popped wide open. The familiar areas that I was in my life, I got rid of all that. I also do believe when God said he's going to pour out his Spirit on all flesh. That means all flesh. Everybody. So a lot of things that were weighing my heart down were in old doctrines, which were coming from familiar spirits. I was raised in a church. If it came from a pastor, that's a familiar spirit. You guys see? You know, it's starting to sink in a little bit. I'm going to list the scriptures in the description box that the Bible definition Bible Hub gave me for familiar spirits. So you can look into them, read them, and I'm hoping that with the new eyes to see that you'll be able to come out from underneath this bondage and grow. You know, and that goes for, you know, thinking people are going to get sucked off the earth in a rapture. I have to say, you know, when you are having your spiritual cleansing, it feels like you are in rapture. It's such a beautiful and purifying experience. Oh my goodness. And then this prayer language and meditation and just this flow. Oh my gosh, my cup runneth over, guys. And I'm not saying that my way is the only way to go. No, on the contrary. When, you know, when I hear all flesh, that means everybody. You know, I didn't happen to get lucky enough to be born under, you know, the right teachings of the right God. Really? I mean, is that how closed-minded we are? I was that closed-minded in the beginning. And I'm going to tell you what, it was difficult to overcome those concepts of shutting off and special and chosen and do this and hold your head, pat your belly, hop on one foot, carry burdens that aren't yours to carry. All of that. I went through all of it. And I'm hoping that through my outreach to you guys and giving you my testimony, that you can Set that stuff down. Don't carry stuff that's not yours to carry, guys. And think of what the term familiar means to you. Sounds like something you'd be pretty comfortable with, right? It's not necessarily a sorcerer or any of that stuff. It's something that you do on a day-to-day life. It even, like it said on the description, that it would be a servant or somebody in your house that obeys. That to me sounds like that the parents are teaching that to their children. Children are to obey their parents. Think about it, guys. Come out from underneath of that stuff. You know, Christ Jesus said, those that he sets free are free indeed. Believe him. You've been set free. You are free. You know, link back up, guys. It's wonderful. Get your new understandings. Get away from the familiar spirits and allow this process just to raise up in you. I'm not going to say it's easy. If you had as much indoctrination as I did, it's not an easy thing to come out from underneath of these. But even Christ himself says, come out of her, my people. What do you think he's talking about? He wants everybody to be living with their sovereignty, their freedom, and knowing who and what you are. Each of us are so amazing, unconditionally loved. It is such a freeing and liberating understanding. Wow. That's all I have to say on that, guys, is wow, you know? So that's it for Michelle's opinions on familiar spirits. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about this past week's energy wave. Wow. How have we all been affected? Oh my goodness, I don't know about you, but I've definitely been feeling a lot of shifting and changes, and oh my gosh. And I want to tell you, it's not a good or bad feeling. So let's try not to put labels on it and say, ooh, it's a bad thing, or ooh, it's a good thing. It's just a thing that's happening. All right, I made a list of some possibilities of what could be causing it. And it's not that any one of these, it can be all of these, or it could be none of these. Make sure you put your comments down below on what you think. Right. Could this energy surge be from cell towers being built up around in our neighborhoods? They're putting more and more up all the time. And as we know, our bodies, we resonate frequency off of us. We are like a tune in an instrument. And when we hit that tune, that's what we vibrate out around us. And our tune changes all the time, depending on mood, you know, where we're at on our journey and what's going on with us. Okay, remote controls. Remember, we guys, some of us remember having to turn the dial to change the channel on the TV. But now everything seems to be wireless. Okay, wireless internet. You know, we're all geared up with this wireless internet. Dial-up seems like something that's from the Stone Ages. Bluetooth devices. Now even on our computers, our headphones, you know, everything used to have to be plugged into the computer. No, now our keyboards are wireless, our headsets are wireless, our speakers are wireless, the internet input is wireless. So all of these, you know, energy waves are flying through, you know, our atmosphere. Smart meters. You know, a lot of the homes are being equipped with smart meters, so you no longer have meter readers. That is another type of a ping that would go on and it would read your meter. Okay, so those are some of the things that, in our daily lives that, is resonating and going through us at all times. All right, let's go something a little bigger. How about that D-Wave computer? Yeah? What do you think? Quantum computers. Well, same thing along the lines with D-Wave, but some people call it quantum. And I think there's possibly, more quantum computers than D-Waves. I'm not sure. I may have that backwards. You guys let me know down in the comments below. How about CERN? I remember when, we talked about CERN, or I was researching CERN, and there was one, and it was in Switzerland. And now it seems like there's just a whole bunch of CERNs everywhere. It's like, what? Where am I? What happened? Did the cat come out of the bag and we found out that they've been using these things for, we don't know how long. So, all right. Now let's talk about our atmosphere. Could it have something to do with the sun being in sun solar minimum? Realizing again that we are frequency, we are energy exchange, we're sending things out and we're receiving things in. All of these things in the invisible realm, could be affecting us and impacting us in some way. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, here's some of the symptoms on this past week has been just off the charts with me. I mean, oh my goodness. Okay, dizziness. It's almost like I feel like I'm drunk when I'm walking. It's like, whoa. And remember, guys, I don't drink. So it's like, what? I'm getting the buzz without having to spend the money on the alcohol. Okay, off balance. That goes along with the drunkenness feeling. My ears are ringing, loud ringing sounds. And this has been pretty constant since 2012. I can hear up to 3 tones, separate tones at one time. And, sometimes when I'm sleeping and I'm having some very vivid dreams, my ears the tones will be so loud. I mean, I can hear them in my ears. And it seems that as we are going through this, we're becoming more sensitive, more aware of what's going on around us. Okay, lightheadedness. I stood up and, ooh, it's not a good or bad thing, but for myself, I really don't like to be lightheaded. So for me, I was like, okay, sit back down for a second and get up very slowly. But it wasn't I stood up too fast type of lightheaded. Even when I was sitting down, I was still lightheaded. It was very odd. And it's just, this past week, it's just been, off the charts. Okay, body aches. Are you having those body aches? Yes. Okay, and then digestive issues. Are you getting tummy aches and, having some problems with the food you're eating, that you're not digesting it the same way, or doesn't feel like the same way that it was, before. Headaches. Are you guys getting headaches? I've been lucky this time that I'm not getting the headaches, but I have gotten a headache, so I know what that feels like. Moody. You're talking to people and it seems like all of a sudden they just went off the charts on you, and you're like, whoa, what just happened here? You feel a little disoriented in the conversation, and then you're trying to replay, what did I say? What was off base there? It seems like people are becoming more emotionally sensitive, which kind of sounds like, everybody, at least from my experience here, that they could be going through their spiritual purification, which I talked about in a previous video on Judgment Day, where, that is a step where you're judging all things as good and bad, and then you come out of that, you kind of pop out the other side, and then you move along. And of course, we're learning daily, but it is a big step, or at least it was for me, to come out of that I'm chosen, I'm selected, I'm better than everybody else, when actually everybody's chosen, everybody's special, everybody's selected. So it's just, when you pop out the other side of that, the peace that comes into your heart and the joy that is flooded in there, it's just so, it's so calming. Because from my upbringing, you know, I had this fear of some people would be raptured and others would not. And I mean, I really struggled with worrying about that people would be left behind to suffer. I didn't do well with that at all. It hurt my heart terribly. So I had some inner fighting going on there, but now that I popped out the other side, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. And the people around me seem super sensitive too. They're feeling these energetic anomalies too. They're feeling them in their gut, their heart, their mind. The information is pouring in. You know, there's just so much going on with all of these. It's like heightened symptoms. We've been going through these symptoms for a long time, a lot of us, and it just seems like this last week, the symptoms have just went boop, off the charts, guys, and it doesn't seem to be letting up. It seems to be getting more and more and more. But don't worry, it's gonna be okay. You know, it even says in scripture that God is gonna pour out his spirit on all flesh, all right? Whether we wanna put a label that it's, you know, the wireless stuff or the D waves or solar minimum, it doesn't matter. The scripture tells us God's gonna pour out his spirit on all flesh, and all means all. So we're having these symptoms, these amazing things are going on. And you know what, guys? It's probably a good time to take up surfing. Let's surf that wave of energy coming in. So that's it for Michelle's opinion on these extraordinary, heightened energies I've been feeling for this past week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about hypocrites. Okay, yeah, let's talk about hypocrites. I'm going to read you the definition of a hypocrite, okay? Then I'm going to give you some examples, and then I'm going to do some wordplay. All right, a hypocrite, a person who practices hypocrisy, a person whose actions belie stated beliefs, okay? A person who pretends to be what he is not. All right, so those are some definitions for hypocrites, okay? And you know, what I'm learning and what I'm understanding, you know, a lot of these words, if you know, just kind of do a little wordplay, hypercritical, they are more critical of you than you would be of them. You know, I think about, you know, people that are hypocritical, hypercritical, or are setting up standards where they're judging somebody else on something in their past, okay? But then if something's brought up that, you know, has to do with something they did in their past, which is pretty, you know, similar, they'll go into almost attack mode. They'll go after your integrity. They'll try and say there's something wrong with your mind, something wrong with your memory, because no, that never happened. You're delusional. Things like that and words like that can really hurt somebody, especially when the person that's being hypercritical of you is somebody that is close to you, you respect, you love, unconditionally through and through. And all you're wanting in return is the same thing, unconditional love, and to be treated equally and fairly. So, okay, I took a couple notes here. Do you pick out mistakes that other people make that you don't see that you made yourself? That's something to think about, guys. And when the mistake is pointed out to you that you possibly made that's similar, how do you respond? Do you accept the responsibility of, yeah, that's similar? Or do you go after them with attack words to try to belittle them and hurt them in some way? Are you ashamed of your own life's mistakes? There's no need to be ashamed of your mistakes. Everybody makes them. It makes us who we are today. Do you think you're not forgiven for, things that could have possibly been out of your control? Yeah, of course you're forgiven. We're all forgiven. Unconditional love, guys. Do you hurt other people by trying to hide your past mistakes? Like I was saying, you're delusional, you don't remember right. What are you talking about? That never happened. Things like that. Those kind of things hurt other people in their heart, especially when they love you so dearly and are so close. Now, we deal with people being hypocritical and hypercritical on us almost on a daily basis. One of those do as I say, not as I do type of things. And don't you dare bring up if I did make that mistake. Hey, that's just part of life, guys. And part of accepting our responsibility for our own actions and our own behaviors and mistakes is just taking responsibility and chucking it. Put it in the sea of forget. If you're going to be hypercritical on somebody else and bring up things that are long past in their, history, well, you should actually expect a response that's going to be pretty congruent with the topic that you're bringing up. Now, if you're bringing up advice that can help someone in the present and you use your very mistake for a lesson to teach them, you're no longer a hypocrite. You are giving wisdom from your own experience. See the difference, guys? So, when you come across somebody that may be a hypocritical type person, just realize they're trying to hide something that they're ashamed of. And just show them that unconditional love. Let them know everything is going to be okay. Everything's already forgiven, and move forward. So that's Michelle's opinions on hypocrites. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to share with you some dreams I've had and talk about chaos in our dreams. Okay, well, it was about a couple weeks ago, I shared a dream with a couple friends of mine, Bob, Magi, and Mel, about I saw helicopters in the sky, okay? And there were these men coming down on these ropes, kind of like what a SWAT team, in full military but all black garb, okay? And the people were all on the ground, laying down, face down on the ground. And when I was looking at them, I couldn't discern whether they were dead or if they were just laying there in fear. I was walking on this very narrow path. I mean, it was a very narrow path, but I was still walking, and I did notice that some of the people were actually looking up. They were on the ground but they were looking up and seeing me just walking on through like everything was okay. All right, I shared this dream with them, and a lot of times we have these dreams and the interpretation comes later. I want to share some testimony with you guys. In the beginning, I had so many dreams and visions of world-ending events, nuclear explosions, tsunamis, you name it, I was having them, and I was terrified. It was a fear-based shocker to my system, okay? And I too searched on YouTube or wherever to see if anybody else was having these things happen to them. What I've come to realize as I'm walking this out daily with you guys is that the destruction and the chaos was going on within me. It was my house that needed to be brought down, not the world. A lot of times we have these dreams and visions and we project them out onto the world, and then the world starts believing and seeking for those things. What makes me a little worried about this is knowing that we're co-creating and manifesting. You know, where your attention goes, energy flows. Are we a people that is seeking after suffering, pain, catastrophe? I don't think so, guys. In our heart, that's not what we want, and that's not who we are. We're walking a lie. That's not our true essence. That's not our true being. It's time for us to stand up and take our places as we are, as our authentic selves. Take the masks off, guys. Be who you're intended to be. Walk this journey out. I promise you'll get through it. You will pop out at some point with a new understanding. And from there, you still learn daily. So I just wanted to throw this out there because I've already been through some of these steps, and I do forget to bring them up because, you know, it's something in the past that I've moved past, and fear was one of those big obstacles that I had to overcome within myself. And then I stopped projecting that around me, and I want that for you too. So that's Michelle's opinions on. I shared a dream that I had with you, which has given me an understanding of what I'm doing today. So it could be looked at as prophetic, and it could be looked at as the people that are picking up, it's going to help them. So that brings me hope in my heart that this outreach is helping some people. That's it for Michelle's opinions on chaos in our dreams. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about gifts. And I want to give you some testimony of something that happened to me last night that was amazing. I was on Mel's Table Talk. It's a live show. If you just put in the search Mel's Table Talk, you should be able to find it. And there was a gentleman on there. His name is Sean, and he is stirring up the gifts within him. And he did, he called them runes, runestone reading. I'm not very acquainted with that, but the reading that he gave me, the spiritual connection, the connectivity that he did, and the information that came to him was, oh my gosh, it was just like, wow, how did he find out so much? I mean, I had to listen to it again today, and when I listened to it today, I was like, wait, what? Wow! I suggest you guys go check that out. It's pretty interesting. But what I wanted to bring to you guys with the gifts is, you know, it even talks about in Scripture in the Old Testament and in the New Testament about them casting lots, to find out which day things would occur, or when they were making legislation and things like that. They were doing that kind of a system. Is that similar to runestones? Possibly, guys. I know we put labels on everything and say, ooh, that's good, ooh, that's bad. We need to stop doing that because it's an error. So like our system is like freezing up or locking up and blocking things that, because we're judging it a certain way, we're gapping ourselves from it when we're missing out on the very benefits of the gifts that are stirred up in one another. It's amazing. Also, just think about this, guys. Remember, when the Savior was on the cross, they cast lots for his garments. Wow. Try to understand that. I also wanted to touch a little bit, I know this one is on gifts, but I wanted to touch a little bit about right side, left side, male, female. Okay, from the understanding that I'm getting, and I'm on this journey daily with you guys. I'm learning daily, I'm growing daily, and it's like I'm so excited as all of this new stuff is coming in. So, okay, back to right side, left side. When they're talking about Adam and Eve, and Eve ate and then Adam ate. Okay, and then the curses and things like that are put out. Well, let's think about that for a second, okay? Now we are, a lot of us are in that state of logic first. We want facts, we want proof, okay? That's our left side of the brain. The left side of the brain is so important to us, and it helps us, to actually have the experiences, okay? With, hearing, smell, taste, sight, touch, okay? Left side, very, very important. That's our logical side. Our right side is more of the creative side. When you look at like artists and musicians and people with those kind of talents that they're putting out, that's usually considered a creative side, right side brain, okay? So, what does that curse actually mean? Well, to me, in my opinion, I think it is that we became subjected to having to always have logic. And we pushed the right side out of its place. We lessened the right side of our brain, the creative side, and we raised up the logical side, making it off balance. And what seems to be happening is almost like, you're rebooting your computer and doing a system reset, and everything's coming out equal again. Think about it, you guys. The right side, even though it's been pushed down and we have to have this logic, it's on autopilot. We call it our subconscious. So it's still creating, but we have lifted up our left side of the brain. We need to balance those back out and just watch the amazing gifts of people who are just, they're not needing to just dig and dig and dig until they get the facts on things that are around here. Even the science now, they're saying, wait, actually, the speed of light actually changed. What did they say, from the 20s to the 40s? Well, if that is a set amount, it's always supposed to be a constant, how could it change? They're even talking about that gravity changes depending on where you are in the world or dates. It's like, what? These are supposed to be logical side constants. So as I'm watching all of us walk in with passion in our hearts for the creating and lifting that right side back up while bringing the left side, them together, it's a beautiful thing, guys. It's absolutely amazing. I've seen people to be prophetic, channel information. That gentleman last night, Sean, wow. Some people read cards. Some people do use the numerics. It's like, and the Mandela effect, guys. What's that saying? Is our creative side raising up and changing things around to try and gently wake us up? What do you guys think? It's pretty amazing. But there's so many gifts, so many abilities, and people, when they seem to find the one that hits their stride, their passion, they glow. They absolutely glow. I noticed that with Mel on Mel's talk table. She's loving what she's doing and she's radiating this glow. It's great. Also, I just want to let you guys know, the beautiful thumbnails, that's from Light and Love. Oh man, my heart goes out to you guys. Thank you so very, very much. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions on the gifts. Hey, let's think about stuff, guys. Let's grow together. Yes. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about Judgment Day. Are you going through your Judgment Day? Your white throne judgment? Let's think about this, guys. It seems like, at least for me, when I had this awakening, I already gave you testimony that I had this hunger for the holy books and to study up and see what is going on with me. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh my gosh. I was knocked off balance. And in that duration of time, I felt chosen, selected, special, all of those things. And it reminds me of where it says in the Bible about Peter. He's up on the roof, okay? And then the Lord sends down the sheet 3 times with these animals. And he's like, no, Lord, I have not touched those things. They're unclean. And he is told at that point, don't call unclean what your Lord has said is clean. What do you guys think that means? Was Peter going through his judgment period at that time? Makes you wonder, because then the 3 men showed up and escorted him over, and he saw for himself that what the people that he thought were deplorable and unsavable, that they received the gospel and the Holy Spirit fell on them too. Things to think about, guys. When we're running around judging each other, are we doing the will of our Father? Is the Father radiating through us? Or is that part of the process of purification? Well, what do you guys think? It's interesting. Now that, I can look at the Bible with these new eyes and this new understanding. Peter being up on the roof symbolizes to me that he thought he was in a higher place, higher than the common person. And what did he have to do? He had to come down from the roof and meet up with those 3 people. He was humbled. Yes? What do you guys think? The Bible is a great schoolmaster. It is a wonderful tool if used properly. A lot of times, it even says in the Bible that when people read it, they read it in error. You've got to be able to discern what's being actually said there. I'm not saying my way is the exact 100% right way. You're going to find the way that, whether it's the synchronicities going around, everything that's changing and these thought processes that you once had, are getting pushed out, and this new understanding is coming in, you'll find that anything is talking to you. Everything is talking to you. It's wonderful. So, think about it. Are you going through your white throne judgment, being purified? I think we are. What an amazing thing to be going through. Yes. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're going through that period of you feel chosen or, selected, special, well, you are special. You are so special, so valuable, hands down. But as you crack through that and stop picking apart other people and needling at them, then you start to see, wow, you look in other people's eyes and see their infinite potential and how beautiful and wonderful each and every one of us are. It's just, it's an amazing thing, guys. So if you have had a spiritual experience like I did, that's putting you into that situation, it's gonna be okay. It's just a matter of getting through it. I've given you testimony before that wherever you're at, when you seek with your heart, this is my own personal testimony. I was seeking with my whole heart, and they met me where I was at, and they're moving me along. It's just, wow. So wherever you're at, seek and you will find. It's just, guys, that's just how simple it really is. Simple for me to say it now. Difficult when I was going through it. So my heart goes out to you guys. It really does. And I'm hoping with this outreach that I help you in some ways to not fall into some of the pitfalls that I did. But if you do, it's okay. It's okay. Well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on Judgment Day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to tell you the meaning of life. Yes. Okay, let's get started with this. What if I was to tell you that we came here completely blank, okay? So that we can remember to forget. Yes, think about that for a moment. What would you do if you wanted to design the perfect game where you can be totally immersed in the game, feel every emotion, every experience, and not realize that you're actually in a game? Wow, what kind of designing went into this? Think about it. And we are the players. We are the ones immersed in the game. We are the ones that are labeling things good or bad. We are the ones sending the energy, whether we are going to gap ourselves away from it, saying, no, that's bad, or we're going to engage with it and say, no, that's good. Think about it, guys. The labels we put on things affect us. They affect our behavior, the way that we interact with each other, everything. What if I was to tell you that none of that matters? None of it. The meaning of life is to come here to grow. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to do. And it seems like many of us are transitioning out, maybe leveling up, going into the next level of the game. Think about it. There's a lot going on there. as I see the community around growing and seeing people becoming self-aware and understanding that they have these abilities within them, what is that unlocking in everybody? Infinite potential. What? Yes, exactly that. So, if you start to look around at this as one big, huge design of this masterpiece of a game that we came here to forget, I think we even pick our parents. I think we pick a lot of the situations and storylines that we jump into before we come in. And we get so immersed in the game so we can have an authentic experience. But I see a lot of us transiting out, understanding the game, peeking behind the veil. Yes. So, with the Christian's doctrine of saying the rapture, if a bunch of people just disappeared on them one day, they would say they were raptured. Well, what if they just went to the next level? Huh? Think about it. So what's the meaning of life to you? What role did you decide to play when you came here? Did you put in a clause in your contract that you would be woke up at a certain time and be made aware of that you are in a huge simulation so you can move on to the next level? What did you come here to learn and grow? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like the infinite information being revealed. I'm so excited. It's great. Any attachments that you have, you made the conscious choice to attach. Our subconscious is continuously running the game for us on autopilot when we are so immersed in it. But as we are becoming more self-aware, we are able to then project out and manifest things around us. That's the words that we use to help us understand, because we fall so far into forgetfulness to bring us back up into remembering. Yeah, proper terms for that goes along with my testimony that no matter where you're at, when you seek and you're ready to come on out and you know, realize who and what you are, they meet you where you're at. I do think we get assistance. You gotta ask for that care package to be dropped on you. See? And it comes. Just like any game would. And as you reach certain goals, bing, new things are revealed. Anyways, I'd like to hear what you guys got going on with you. Tell me how your game's going. How's your walk, your journey, whatever you want to call it. It's the labels mean nothing. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's it for Michelle's opinions on the meaning of life. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about I'm a star. Yes. Do you guys feel like you're the star of your own show? That everything is going on around you? Well, that seems to be a common thing going on with each and every one of us. That we have realized that everything that's going on around us was like specially designed for us so we can learn from it and grow. It's a trip. I mean, you guys, think about it. You know, you're walking through life and you're getting messages through other people. You're seeing the synchronicities, the Mandela effect. You're seeing all this miracle type stuff go on, which makes you think you're going to lose your mind at times. And then you feel like, wait, am I like the center of the universe here? The answer is yes, you are. Believe it or not, you are your own hero. You are the one you've been waiting for. And it's such a profound understanding to realize that it's everything that's around you, everything that's going on within you, everything. It's all you. It's all one. Huh? What? How do we get so confused? And think about this, guys. I feel that we're transitioning from human to mankind. Yeah, some more wordplay there. We're no longer less than man. We are mankind. Think about it. So if you're going through that stage where you feel like everything is being done around you, for you, and affects you, and that you affect everything around you, you're right. It is all about you. It's all about waking up, becoming self-aware, and seeing the beauty just manifesting around you. You are amazing. You are a star. You are an angel. You're an angel in disguise. What do you think of that? So don't worry if you're having that feeling within yourself. It's not a pride thing. It's actually pretty humbling, because then you are starting to become self-aware and understand if it's all happening for you, because of you, for you to learn and wake up and understand who and what you are, your heart will open, because then you're say, wait, am I the one that's affecting the suffering or the lack on people? And you will make the changes within yourself, so that stuff doesn't happen anymore, because our hearts are cracking wide open. So yeah, be the star, be the hero, be the one you've been waiting for. It's all good, you guys. It's all good. Well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on Am I a Star? Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about jobs. I made a list this time of several different jobs that I see people doing, and each of them are wonderful. They're based on, you know, your passion and the things that you enjoy doing as we're walking out this journey together. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first one I have listed is peacemakers. There are people out there that they come in and they try to settle disputes between people and bring peace to both parties' hearts, and just put away anything that could be going on or festering up within each of those individuals or those different groups. I mean, wow, you guys. Blessed are those peacemakers. The next one is healers. I know healers myself. I've got a friend that she does Reiki. She does energetic healing. She actually does the physical part, but she also does the energetic part. That's hard work, guys, but you know what? She loves it. She's happy to do that for people. Wow, that's an amazing gift. Then we have those that are seers. They see things. You know, from the spiritual, they're able to see things. And wow, that's an amazing thing. And I gotta say, you guys, as I'm listing these out, it doesn't mean that one person is one and another is another. All of these things are within each and every one of us. It depends on what is our passion. What are we looking for? And then we grow in that and become that. But we can be all of these things that I've listed, every single one of them. There's no limit to the gifts that you can have within yourself. You are all of those things, all of these things. Okay, next one is I have prophecy. There's people that actually can see the future and then they reveal it out and then walk through it. I've had that happen to me before. It's like, oh my gosh, we didn't know what was going on. I would have a dream, I would share it with my husband, and next thing we know, whether it be a week or a month later, we're walking through it. It's like, what? What? It's amazing. Okay, and then we've got people that see everybody as equals. And like I said, this is not a one-size-fits-all. I think we all have each of these things within us, and we just go after what is in our passion in our heart. But equalizers, they start to see people for who and what they truly are. Limited, or I'm sorry, not limited, my gosh, no. Limitless potential. I mean, you just see everybody with these new eyes that you've been given and understand how beautiful and wonderful everybody is. Okay, the next one is, and this one, it kind of flip-flops. It's teachers and students. We are all both. Sometimes we teach what we know, and sometimes we're learning and we grow. Think about it. Yeah. Anybody that says, I know it all, I say, I don't think so. And the best place, and I've said this often, is to seek from within. Every answer you could possibly look for, want, or desire. Take it to your prayer closet. Take it to meditation. Link up with Source and get the answers yourself. Okay, the next one, observers. There's people that just observe what's going on around, and then they apply their gifts wherever they need to balance things out. Wow, that's a really, and a lot of us, whether we know it or not, we are observers. And when we go to sleep or whatever, sometimes you wake up and you're just exhausted the next day. Well, I'll tell you what, you probably worked all night and you just didn't even know it, because you're out balancing things out and raising up love and unconditional love and pouring love out on areas that, you know, seem a little too low. You bring them back up. See? Okay, then we have channelers. People that will channel from the spirit and bring it out, you know, for everybody to be able to hear. What an amazing gift that is, guys. Sounds like the same thing with the Holy Spirit praying in tongues, where everyone can hear in their language. So don't get hung up on the labels here, guys. They're both. I mean, you can call it a channeler or you can call it praying in tongues. They're the same thing. I don't see the labels anymore. I see them both as absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we've got messengers. We've got people that just come to deliver messages. And it could be somebody just talking in a conversation, and they're just talking about something that's going on with them or whatnot, and all of a sudden you hear something within that resonates with you, brings up into remembrance, maybe a dream or a vision or something, or question that you've been asking for yourself, and then the answer comes to you. A lot of times messengers don't even know they're messengers. Wow. Okay, and then warriors. Oh my goodness, we have to be warriors. Have you ever heard of a prayer warrior? Wonder why they're called prayer warriors. Okay, think about it. Because no matter what is going on, or somebody's saying that they have something wrong with them and they're asked for prayer, they have to get into like a warrior status, because they're doing battle with the person's own perception to remove that from their understanding so they can be whole, because we are all whole. It's just a matter of realizing that and becoming whole. Okay? All right, the next one, unconditional love. we're all pouring out unconditional love because we're receiving unconditional love. It comes in and magnifies out around us. All right, next one, listeners. There's some people that listen to what's going on in the world, so then they can take their action as a prayer warrior or bring light and love to a situation. So they listen to what's going on in the world, and so they can take action in their prayer closet or in meditation and put that light, that love, that unconditional love back into the situation. Okay, we have advisors. We have people out there that advise us, with their wisdom. My goodness, without the advisors, and we're understanding that these advisors, that we are all equals, and sometimes we are the advisor, and sometimes we are the ones that need the advice. Think about it, guys. It's so liberating and equalizing when we understand who and what we are. Okay, I've talked about this in a few videos before, but empathy. Wow, that's a big job, You feel the empathy, you can feel what's going on with other people, so then you can understand what to do or how to respond in that situation. People call it gut instinct and things like that. I say follow those gut instincts. They're important. That's part of your empathetic gift that you have within yourself. Okay, way showers and pathfinders. Somebody had to go through and trudge through this in order to break through a path where we can all follow along on this journey too. Wow, way to go, way showers. Wow, I mean, come on. Pathfinders, awesome. Okay, and they're barrier breakers. It kind of goes along with the way showers and the pathfinders. They're breaking down strongholds and barriers that we have in our noodle. You've got to have somebody that's breaking those barriers so we can come to this understanding easier. And as time goes on, I feel in my heart that it is going to become easier for people that are coming along. It is no first or last thing. That does not matter. None of that matters. But if there's a way that these pathfinders, these way showers, and these barrier breakers are trudging down the path to make it easier for others to come along, yes, awesome job to have, guys. Okay, then we have truthers. We have people that are putting their finger on the pulse of what's going on in the news, and so that way they can understand where they need to apply their light, their love. All of these jobs, and I got to tell you that most of these jobs, we're all doing multiple jobs at the same time. It's just amazing how we are doing this. It's great. Okay, we got conspiracy theorists. They're going through and breaking down these false narratives and putting out the truth for people. Way to go, conspiracy theorists. Okay, Mandela effect finders. Now that's a job and a half itself. Gotta sit there and wait a minute, I remember it this way. And then to find out things are changed. That's a lot of work, guys. And it's a huge flashing sign for all of us that are on this journey that, yes, okay, we're on the right path here. Okay, and then we've got testifiers. We have people giving their testimony of what happens to them on their journey. Kind of like what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys my testimony. It's what I have to share, and I hope that it helps everybody. Okay, and to sum it up, I've got, we are all light workers. We're all path walkers. We are all bearing the good news. All of us, in this dance, in this understanding, in this profound new way that is coming into us. And I have to say, there's more. There's so many more that I did not list out and put them in the description box, guys. But realize this, The one thing that I've noticed is what your heart desires, you will go after that passion. That passion will be the one that you seek after. And so, can you imagine wanting to be a healer, okay, and establishing that gift within you, and then walking the perimeter of a hospital, and then all of a sudden, everybody in that hospital, whether they've got cancer, heart problems, or they're in there for an emergency room, a cut, scrape, broken arm, and all of a sudden, everybody walks out of the hospital whole. Wow, I can see that happening soon, guys. That seems like the path we are on. Anyways, you know, everybody is so amazing. Everybody is so limitless in their abilities. Everybody can wear different and do different jobs at different times. This is just an amazing thing, an amazing understanding that is coming to the forefront for us, guys. Wow, enjoy it. Be happy, live in that blissful state. It's there for you. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about karma. What is karma? Well, as I've been walking this out in my journey, the understanding that I'm getting from karma is, oh my gosh, guys, we know not what we do to ourselves. Okay, let's think about, I am totally mad at my husband. Let's just use him as the object right now. Okay, I'm just flaming mad at him because there's something that I want or something that I want to do, and he's just not wanting to go for it, and he's not budging. He's like, no. The answer is just no, no, no. Okay. Well, inside myself, I could feel that jumping around feeling. I feel that tension, that frustration, that anger that's just bubbling up inside of me. Now, I believe we're in an energetic dance here. So I'm sending energy to him, and he's knowing that I'm angry. He's feeling it in his very being, but I'm feeling it so much stronger inside myself than he would feel from the impact of whatever I'm throwing. It's often been said that whatever you send out will come back to you 3 times, 7 times, possibly 10 times. What do you think that's about? Could it be that the very feelings that are within us is manifesting that very karmic response? If you just get a little upset, it'll be 3 times. If you get really angry and hold on to it for a couple days and it's just festering in you, 7 times. But if you hold that grudge for a very, very long time, 10 times. But you're doing the damage to yourself. Wow. Everything seems to be that we're looking for an outside source to happen to us when we could be the ones causing it to ourselves. I really want you guys to think about this. It's like, wow, really? Why am I gonna get mad or frustrated? I'm gonna squash those feelings really quick now. I've noticed also with a lot of people that have been going on this journey, they seem to be looking younger, healthier. Miracle healings are happening with them. What are they doing? Are they just forgiving everybody? I've got a good friend. She doesn't live in this continent. She's in another continent. But I'll tell you what, when I first met her, she looked one way. And now, oh my gosh, she just looks so much younger. She's beautiful. When she smiles, she can light up a room. Yeah. And she went through a stage of forgiveness. So if you think you've got karmic debt or any of that stuff building up with you, try that. Try forgiving yourself. Try forgiving everybody else. Let go of that karma. Just let go of it. Because since we are manifesting it within ourselves, what kind of harm are we doing to ourselves? Get rid of all those negative feelings, anger, frustration, jealousy, envy. Throw them away. Who needs that stuff? Replace it with that unconditional love. Drop all those labels, guys, and tell me how you feel. Also, I want to hear about your journeys. I do appreciate the lady who commented yesterday. I love that she's got numbers talking to her. You know, there's no right way, guys. If you're getting the synchronicities and the language is speaking to you, I love it so much. So please share in the comments below what you guys think. What's going on with you? Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about 911. Wow, okay. So many of us are seeing numeric synchronicities. They're off the charts, guys. You get the 1111s, 1212s, 111s, 222s. Yes, I did a video on number synchronicities. But I want to talk today about just 911, or maybe even 411. On 911, we automatically, here in America, that is the number we dial if there is an emergency going on. So, when you're seeing a 911, when I'm seeing 911s, I need to take account of what's going on in my noodle. What am I thinking about? Obviously, something in this little noodle is going to cause me to stumble in my understanding. Wow. These numbers are talking to us. And so many of us are seeing them. It's just, something's going on, guys. I mean, come on. And I have to say, from when I first had what I would call, you know, becoming more consciously aware in 2012, it felt like a lonely walk. And now to see so many people seeing Mandela effects and number synchronicities and all this wonderful stuff going on, it brings joy to my heart, because this is not something that you want to know by yourself. This is something you want everybody to know. How wonderful and how important, and how you can manifest and co-create, and how we're in this together. Okay, back to the 911. When I see 911, and from here on out, I'm going to wonder what I'm thinking about. I'm going to think about what I'm thinking about, because that to me is telling me I'm in error somewhere. Emergency. Like, stop it. Whatever I'm doing, I'm in error, okay? So, I don't know. Maybe that'll help you too. The numbers are talking to us. They're talking to so many of us. We're not alone in that. It's wow. Now let's talk about 411, okay? What is the information? Because that's what we dial here in America for information. What information are you getting at that time? Let's think about it, guys. Please, put your comments on what you're going through. What kind of, similarities in your journey, or what differences in your journey? I want to hear what's going on with you. I mean, this is just such an exciting time. Wow. I mean, I am amazed daily at what is going on around me and the things that have been in my hands the entire time that I thought weren't, but they always have been. And the same is for you. I know it's hard. It is very difficult to untwist all the mistakes and the mistake in our thinking of what's going on. And I promise, guys, if you just stop watching the news for a while, because I found that the news puts out things, they broadcast out these enormous things to make you feel small and insignificant. Anything that makes you feel small and insignificant, chuck it. Just chuck it, okay? And blossom up and take your position, because you are a leader. You are the one you've been waiting for. Oh my gosh, you guys. Let's do this. Let's do it. Anyways, that is Michelle's opinions on 911. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, guys. Today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about unconditional love and what that means to me and what's been revealed on unconditional love to me. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, to have unconditional love just poured out over you. No matter what I've done, it didn't matter. There was no conditions to the pure love that I felt in my heart. My heart went boof, and it exploded out. It's exploding out now. Just the love that I feel. There is no condition to my love. I am not in competition with anybody. I'm not striving to be number one. I'm not worried about any of those things anymore. I look at people as holy, because we are. I'm no longer trying to put labels on people for their situations and what's going on with them. You guys, it's a wonderful way to walk, just love everybody and see the beauty and the infinite potential in each and every one of us. I mean, wow. I wish I would have known this much earlier in my life and applied this information, applied this understanding outwardly. Now, don't be mistaken here. I feel very, very blessed that I have this now. I mean, it is something that is beyond understanding, but it's, I mean, I can still sense that empathy part of me is very, very active. I can feel other people's energy. It's almost like everybody has now become an open book. I can see right through what's going on in their mind. And a lot of times when I can see what's, going on in their mind, you'll either see me withdraw out because I do not want to cause harm or cause any feelings like that to raise up in other people. Because what I understand here is if those feelings are raising up inside of somebody else, if let's say I got jealous of you, okay? I'm now jealous of you. Well, those feelings are raising up inside of me, okay? It's doing damage to me to feel that jealousy, okay? And the energy I'm sending out to the person I'm jealous of, it impacts them too. And so what I think is happening when we have these feelings of jealousy or anger, that we're doing like 3 up to 7, maybe 10 times the damage to ourselves while feeling that in ourselves than we are to the other person. Yes, it is an energetic exchange, okay? But the receiver of what you were angry or jealous, they're not going to feel the impact as how much of damage it does to yourself for having these things crop up in you. So, unconditional love means no conditions. You accept them exactly as they are. Guys, if this is something you struggle with, try and do this is a visual practice that I do, and it helps me to break through that, labeling and casting people into categories and all of that kind of junk that goes on when you're like so into what's going on around you and feeling like a victim of the circumstances around you. I take myself and I raise my perspective up higher and then look down and see everybody, and it's kind of like a dance that we're all dancing together, and I see it so beautiful, so perfectly, so in sync with each other. It's just a beautiful thing. And guess what? When I'm at that perspective, I'm not putting labels on people or judging by what my mind is thinking. I'm looking at it as a beautiful dance that we're doing together. And this wonderful unconditional love that's poured out on every single one of us. Don't think that you are not unconditionally loved, because the Creator loves us all equally, unconditionally. Wow. I hope it resonates through to you guys, the love. My heart's just going bam. Yeah, that's it. Unconditional love, guys. And raise your perspective up and look down, and then all that other stuff will start just dropping away. Let those burdens down. Put them down. You don't need to carry that stuff around with you. Walk lighter. Enjoy your manifestation. Wow. And learn the lessons that you are creating for yourself to learn. A lot of times we create lessons for us to walk through so we can learn. Yeah, it's like that. Anyways, that's Michelle's opinions on unconditional love. Just do it. It's an amazing feeling, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about energy vampires. From what I have learned in my journey of self-discovery on who and what we are, we cannot go around saying that one person is an energy vampire while another one is not. Here's why, guys. Think about it. Just think about this. We are exchanging energy all the time. Loving energy. Sometimes we're mad. Sometimes even jealousy. That's an energetic exchange, guys. And when we are doing that and we're having these thoughts, whether we're upset at the moment and we exchange words and then we walk away and we think everything's okay, it's not, because you may still have some of that anger in your heart. You may still be rolling it around in your head on, why was I angry, what's going on, and it's festering in you. And while that's going on, you are creating, you are sending energy out into that direction to whatever has you frustrated, whatever has you angry, and you could be stealing the essence, the energetic essence out of another person. I often think about, in the holy books, and I'm not talking any specific holy book, but the holy books in general. They talked about, walking with God for 375 years or 365 years. I'm not sure how long. And then God took him, you know, because he walked with God, and then God took him, and so then he was gone. And then others, like 900 and something years. What did they know back then? Did they have it in their knowledge that they're energetically exchanging? When somebody's not feeling well, why do you think the doctor tells us to get rest? When we are sleeping, we ourselves are not thinking about our illness. We actually are just letting go of all of that. We go into a meditative sleep. So that way our body is no longer being affected by our mind. It's got time to heal. We're giving it a break. But in the meantime, if you've told a bunch of people there's something wrong with you or something's going on with you, they will worry, and out of authentic concern for your well-being, they're sending energy to you, but it could be making your situation worse. Think about it, guys. You know, if you're telling people, you know, I've got an achy leg or something is going on, and people are, with their intentions are trying to send you loving and healing energy, when actually now they're focusing on that you've got something wrong, and now your leg hurts worse. What? That's completely opposite of what you're trying to achieve. What if I told you, if you're not feeling well or something is going on with you, that maybe it's the best to withdraw yourself, go into your prayer closet, get connected again, tell no man what's going on with you, and watch yourself heal. What? Yes. I have testimony that it was last October. I was facing having to go into surgery. It was so bad. But in the meantime, I was telling people, and I was asking for healing energy. I was asking, so I'm putting it on the minds of these people that there was something wrong with me. So they're thinking there's something wrong with me. In the meantime, that energy was being thrown my direction, and therefore manifesting in my body, making me think I need to have surgery. What? Yes, I withdrew myself, and guess what? I'm walking around with no cane, no walker, which I will tell you guys about that. I'll tell you the condition that I was in 2012 before I had this amazing thing happen on a later video. But for now, I just want to talk about energy vampires. And who are the energy vampires? And do they do it deliberately? No, they don't. It could be the most caring relative that you have, that maybe they stress or worry more than the average person does. Well, they're creating an energy flow from their stress and worry, which is not a good emotional feeling. Have you ever worried about something or felt stress about something? It's not a good feeling. And then you're sending that towards the object, person, or the situation, and it's making it worse. Think about it, guys. Wow. Imagine, you know, could you imagine us now living until we're almost 1,000 years old? I can see that because of the understanding that we're getting with who and what we are. So when you're having doubt, or when you're thinking that you feel sorry for somebody, or just take it the opposite way, bless them. Just bless them. Don't allow that to take root in your mind, because we don't want to manifest anything that could do harm to anybody. Pour out unconditional love, no matter what the situation is, and see the results in your very life. Anyways, that's Michelle's opinions on energy vampires. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I will talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I want to talk about awakening and what happens after. I'm going to give you my testimony of what happened after I awakened. What I'm considering the awakening probably is just where I recognized that I had become more self-aware. It probably started long before I actually had this purifying process. But I had in 2012 what, from my upbringing, I would call a Holy Spirit baptism. Speaking in a different language, all kinds of stuff going on there. And through this experience, I started having these urges, to study holy books and try to find the answers for what was going on with me, because I wasn't in a church setting. I was at home. And this happened, and then I started seeking outwardly for answers from either other people or trying to see if similar things. I was Googling it and YouTubing it because I was like, what is going on? So in my confusion, by looking for answers outside of myself, I fell into some situations that I now know that they kind of hindered my growth. I went and fell under, I did a video about harsh taskmasters. Please watch that. And when I was going under, of course I've learned lessons and everything. And probably so I can give you my testimony now, so that way hopefully you can avoid such things for yourself and you will pop up much faster. But I also had, going on at the same time, was dreams and visions. I mean, we saw, and within my testimony you see that I had a dream where I saw Mr. Trump on election night, and it was like a split screen. This one side was completely dark. The other side was all lit up with lights and red, white, and blue balloons. And I saw Mr. Trump walking around these tables, and I heard this announcement that something 270 electoral votes, and I was like, what? And at that time we thought it was a joke. He had just raised his hand up and was running against 17 other actual politicians that were known politicians. We never thought, we thought it was a joke, really. So I wrote that one down because when he became president, I went digging that up on when I had that dream, and it was, January of 2015. So we were amazed, but that wasn't the only time that I had had a dream, and then my husband and I walked through it. We were amazed by this daily. Just these things that were going on were wow, But in the meantime, when I went underneath these other people, thinking they're saying they're connected, and I was thinking my hearing, wasn't clear enough at that point, and they were claiming that their hearing was, perfect. So I was trying to put burdens on myself that God, the Holy Spirit, was not putting on me. I picked up these weights and I kind of got tossed around. I fell down a lot. I gave you guys my testimony on that. It's terrible. So I'm hoping by, at least telling you a little bit about what happened with me, that hopefully you don't run into these same obstacles. Maybe that's why I went through them, was so I can tell you, you don't have to. You don't. So I had the Holy Spirit baptism. I was already having these vivid dreams, okay? And then I started speaking in a foreign language in prayer, just let go, and it just started flowing. then it was prophecy. So there's prophecy there. And then I was having dreams about things that were going on within me to get straightened out. I had this wonderful, this amazing experience of just pure love. I mean, it was like liquid honey, warm, pure, unconditional love. I could have stayed in that moment forever. It was wonderful. But then when it drew back, I was like, no, wait a minute, come back. I want to stay in that. I wanted to just stay there because everything here seemed kind of dull. And I was busy being tossed all around. I didn't know what was going on. So there was that happened. All these wonderful things were happening to me. And in the meantime, that doubt was in my head that, what's going on? Is this of the devil? Well, if that's of the devil, it was pure, unconditional love. Just unconditional love that was being poured out on me. So, no, it wasn't from the devil. That was the confusion in my own mind. And as time has gone on, as I have sat down and put away thinking that it was going to come through another man or another individual, and began to seek within myself through prayer, meditation, the information started coming in more and more clearly. I mean, gosh, it was like, what? Why did I go fumbling around everywhere? I don't know, but I'm sure there's a purpose for it. Maybe this is the purpose, is to tell you guys, seek from yourself, from your heart. It will be added to you. You will understand who and what you are and how amazing you are. And guys, how can we go around judging people when we know we are completely forgiven? We are looked at as so innocent and so beautiful and so wonderfully made. There is no condition to the love that God, that Father, that Christ, whatever, that being that created us, loves us so much, and the abilities that we have here to manifest what's going on around us and then to walk through it and experience it. Wow! In the meantime, though, we're still a little confused as the population, but he's given us all these huge signs around us to look at. The Mandela effect, these changes, these glitches, people seeing a plane stop in the sky. I mean, the signs and the proofs are everywhere. I posted a proof when I accidentally, there's never going to be a time where I directly try to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to share what I know and what I know about each and every one of us, that there's no chosen people. We're all in this together. But I obviously ruffled somebody's feathers because it showed up in my skies. I was like, what? But look, my skies are beautiful. So, what I'm trying to say to everybody is the revelations will come to you. They will get rooted in you. Just seek. Keep knocking on that door till your hearing is good. And then, wow, you're going to be, like a kid in Disneyland. We're like, oh, it's a wonderland, it's amazing. And you're definitely not going to want to have a bad effect on people. You're going to want to forgive everybody because you're going to realize that you are forgiven. So what is poured into you will start to reflect out of you, which is pure, unconditional love. We are all unconditionally loved. So that's my opinion on trying to help you guys out with recognizing your awakening. Stand up and be who you are meant to be. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about after the rapture. What are we expecting to happen? Okay, let's get into it. Rapture has been used as a term of people thinking that they're going to be snatched up out of this world and taken someplace else to safety, or while other things are going on here, and okay. Well, let's start with that term and then let's progress along. Okay. What if the rapture already happened? What are you expecting for the world to be like? What are you expecting for your life to be like? Something to think about, guys. I had this amazing thing happen in 2012. I call it a Holy Spirit baptism. Others would call it a spiritual cleansing. I felt caught up into the Spirit. I often go into prayer, meditation, and I get caught up into the Spirit. That to me seems like I am in rapture. The joy, the bliss that I feel when I am praying and communicating and getting these messages, it is rapturing. Well, I just want you guys to think about that. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes here. I'm trying to reach out and let you guys know, that you are so amazing, and the abilities and gifts we have within each other. Oh my gosh, it's just wow. But now, okay, after the rapture, what are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be out gathering up a bunch of followers? I don't think so. We're not followers, guys. We're all a bunch of leaders. How we affect each other on a daily basis, whether awake or not. The evidences are all around us. So, knowing that you have this very ability within yourself and the effects it has on one another, if we are to call ourselves a Christian and to follow Christ, He was unconditional love and forgiveness, and He said He finished it at the cross. Well, why are we running around and judging people? What makes us want to escape here? What's going on? Are we under a harsh taskmaster? Is somebody throwing burdens on us that we can't carry? Well, it could be possible, guys. Think about it. Set that stuff down. Connect. God is good. He meets you wherever you're at. And if something needs to go on, He'll take care of it within yourself. He'll get any misunderstandings that we have out of the way. And then give you the awareness of the infinite potential that you are. So we need to take our positions, guys. Take our positions as leaders in our own life. It's just, this understanding is just, it's new. It's, I was never taught this. I was always taught submit, do this, bow, scrape. I was taught this all my life. So imagine when this revelation came to me, I was like, what? No, I wasn't ever taught that. I was so frustrated. I was like, why? Why would they keep this very important information from us about who and what we are? Well, if I wanted you to create a perfect world and make me rich, and what I would put out programming, TV programming, news programs that would make you feel so small, like you couldn't do anything about it. Forget all that noise, guys. Go to your prayer closet. Go and channel. Go whatever way that you are communicating, and let it flow through you, and let this understanding take root and take your position, because you're a leader, not a follower. I also want to add, because I know the confusion that I got into, tossed to and fro, that there are in the description box below. There's 2 chat forums that I list pretty commonly in the description box. And I want people that feel like they're being tossed to and fro and going in, and they're on this journey of self-discovery, to come into those chat rooms. We're there for you guys. And now we're not looking for people that want to come in and try and beat us up with scriptures, or, you know, we're looking for authentic people that are really trying to find who they are and take their position as a leader. We don't want anybody coming in trying to be a leader over us. We are a council of leaders, and we're there for each other to help untwist the misunderstandings we have in our mind. So please come on in there. One's called Flame and the other one's called Amber's Place. You know, we're there for you. I hope that you take advantage of it, and it's free. It's free. So I hope to see you there. But that's it for Michelle's opinion on what do we do after the rapture. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. I'd appreciate it. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to break down some more words. Emotion. And I'm also going to talk about like all these signs that are around us in the world that's like screaming at us to wake up and to know our potential. Okay, let's break down emotions. Emotion. Energy, motion. Your energy flows out and creates, and then you walk through it. I often even think about Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared. What if I said, in my opinion, I look at it as energy equals matter created squared. E equals mc squared. The energy flows out, the matter is created, and then it is squared. Same thing, guys. It's the same thing. We look at these Mandela effects, these changes going on right before our eyes. They're screaming to us that our energy creates the matter that's around us, and it changes. You know? I mean, it's just an amazing thing. Actually, I'm gonna bird walk here for a second. I actually had a good friend of mine tell me that whenever she's around me in the chat forum, that she feels drunk in the spirit. Just so happy and giggly that you know, wow, that's an amazing feeling, you guys. I hope you're feeling that. But I want to tell you, I did make a comment about our bigger liver and these body changes, that maybe we could drink more. Personally, I don't drink. But that doesn't mean I don't feel happy and bubbly. Instead of using an outward substance to bring this feeling about, it's just manifesting. Wow! I want that for you too. It's just an amazing thing. But just look around you, you guys. The evidence is around us of the abilities that are within us that are manifesting. It's just a matter of waking up and understanding that you're doing this. It's not that some people are awake and they are doing it, and other people are asleep and they're not. They're a background person or any. No, 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 no. Everybody is doing this. It's just whether or not you're aware of it. If you're not yet aware of it, you still are creating. It's still happening. That's why I'm doing this outreach. I want everybody to know how wonderful each and every one of us are, and how much we impact each other. Wow, I know in the hearts of every single one of us, we want what's best for everyone. Everyone. No exclusions. That's unconditional love, guys. And that's what is in our hearts. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions. I wanted to make just a little short one this time on some etymologies and the evidences that are around us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I would like to talk about 0 point and be like Christ. And what do those terminologies actually mean? Well, in my opinion, when we talk about 0 point, that means that we are walking through life, and as we're looking around, we're not putting judgments and labels on things. As we're learning that this is an energetic exchange, and let's say you're driving by and you see someone with a shopping cart filled with, their belongings and that what their situation is. If I was to look at them and judge them and say, oh, that homeless person, they need to just come out of the streets and they're just a burden on society. Well, what did I just do energetically? I made a judgment in my mind, which flowed some energy out behind it. And how do you think it affected that person pushing the shopping cart? So when, in my opinion, 0 point is when you're walking through life and you're observing what's going on without putting labels on it with condemnation or appraisal. Either way, you just don't do it. If anything, try doing the opposite. Let's bring it to 0 point. So somebody that's out doing absolutely fabulous, bankrolling and everything, instead of looking at them and saying, oh, I want to be like them, look at the shopping cart guy and say, wow, what a difference. He's going to really jump up in life. He's got a lot of room to grow. He's going to make it. And the guy that's bankrolling say, wow, he has a lot to lose. You see, just by changing it, it would be more of a balanced thing there. We just lifted up the shopping cart person and we humbled down the person that's got it all, okay? Now let's talk about the walk with Christ, to be like Christ. What do you think he meant by that, guys? What is it to be like Christ? Well, from his own words, the red letters in the Bible, it sounds like he walked around and he didn't judge anybody. He ate with what some deemed the sinners, and he ate with some that they deemed the righteous. He actually debated those that thought they were so righteous and holy, that put themselves way above the common people, when none of us are common. No, we're all so unique and beautifully made, and the abilities that we have to impact each other and the world around us. Wow, it's limitless, you guys. It's just this amazing understanding of who and what we are. So if you want to be like Christ, don't think of it as a carnal thing. Don't try and put heavy burdens on yourself in the physical sense. Just think of it from your heart. What would be more Christ-like than to walk through and not judge people, to love them unconditionally, to not want to put heavy burdens on people's shoulders that they cannot achieve? And I'm not saying that we can't achieve anything. Well, I think we're limitless. But what I'm talking about is on the energetic level. We could be harming people and we don't realize it. But once your eyes pop open, you're like, wait, all those terrible thoughts I had, even if I had a little verbal exchange, if I went away and I was still angry, I'm still sending energy towards that person and I could harm them. Oh, I don't want to do that. This is a new understanding here, guys, and I want to share it with you guys. So when you're thinking of being like Christ, think about what he was doing through his ministry. He was walking around telling them something that probably would have knocked down the whole control matrix that was set up. Why else would they want to get rid of him? Think about it. You know, I think there's people that know, but now the information is coming from us, coming to us, and we're sharing it amongst ourselves so we can manifest something beautiful, peaceful, that is prosperous for everyone. Everyone. No special treatment for anyone. We're all special. We all get the special treatment. I also want to do a shout out thank you to Love and Light. Love the thumbnails. Thank you so very much. You're a wonderful guy. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hi guys. Today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to talk about harsh taskmasters. And do they know what they're doing while they're doing this? Well, from the things that have been revealed to me and this new understanding that I have, and falling under harsh taskmasters myself, what I understand now with our energetic exchanges that we have, and that how each and every one of us impact each other, whether we realize it or not, we do affect each other on the energetic level. That these harsh taskmasters, when they're using those angry words at you and telling you, you have to do this, you have to do that, and you feel like you can never measure up, and you keep continuing to go back to these people, thinking they're connected and that they know better than you do. Well, let's think about this for a minute, guys. What are they doing that is making you go back and listen to these people? Could it be that they're stealing the life force right out of you, stealing your creativity, making you doubt yourself in your own mind on who and what you are? Something to think about, guys. When you remove yourself out of that equation and take yourself out from underneath of these people that are putting themselves above you, the relief you feel is just, it's amazing. I mean, there's no words for it. So why stay? They use the holy books. They use them as weapons against you. They put you into submission for you to open your wallets and send them money, and you do just about anything to appease these people. Why? Why is that happening? Think about it. Now that we're beginning to understand here that life is all about experience, manifestation, exchange of energy, I can see in the near future that people are going to come out from underneath of those kinds of teachings and those kinds of people. Those methods aren't going to work anymore because we're realizing ourselves that we are exchanging energy. We're creating what's going on around us and how we affect each other. So if you right now are underneath a harsh taskmaster, whether it be somebody that's calling themselves a pastor, a guru, or anybody that's saying that they're enlightened and you need to do it their way, they're stealing your very energy from you. You walk away feeling bad about yourself. You feel that you just never can measure up to the expectations. Well, that's not true, guys. It's not true. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't experience this myself. And I do want to hear from you guys what your opinions are on things. This isn't supposed to be just a one-way conversation. We're growing together in this. But as I get these profound understandings, I want to share them with you. Because the more of us that understand, the better this place is going to be. We're limitless, guys. Come out from underneath of those people. You don't need to be there. Don't co-create their vision. Create yours. Manifest for yourself. Get your own house in order. And then all else will follow. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions on harsh taskmasters. Wow. Just leave them alone. Just, there's no need to be mean or anything. Just come out from underneath of it. Yeah, you will feel the relief almost instantaneously, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I would like to talk about, is the veil lifting? Well, I think that's a very possible thing that is going on. It's often talked about, waking up, our eyes being opened to seeing what's going on around us. Thinning of the veil, lifting of the veil. So many different terminologies, have been used over the years. And I think, in my opinion, that veil is thinning to the point, is it possible that the rapture or event already happened and that we are in this new place already? Think about it. The things that are coming to our understanding, the growth that we're having, the abilities, the gifts that are within each and every one of us. Wow. I mean, it's very, 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 very possible. It said, we used to see through the glass darkly, but my glasses are becoming very clear. Being able to see what's going on and how we affect one another and how amazing each and every single one of us are and how important we are to each other. It's that I would call a thinning of the veil, to come to understandings like this. This place could very well be different from the place where I was before. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, to know that through my heart I'm able to manifest what's going on around me, the beautiful skies, the peace, the love, the understanding that we're walking into. Wow. I mean, it's so new. It's wonderful. It's just a beautiful thing. And everybody's waiting for an event or, a rapture or these type of things to take place. But what are we expecting the other side to be like? Aren't we thinking we're going to be heading back towards Eden? Well, what would be more like Eden than to return back to what we used to be before we fell and forgot? Think about it, guys. Get more excited. Don't feel stuck. If you guys are feeling stuck or feeling like you're not connected, keep pressing through. That connection is there for you. I promise. It's not just, oh, yeah, I got it, and too bad for you. No, it's for everybody. It's unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness for everybody. I went through the 12 steps, but there's truth in those steps. I've talked to several people, and through their testimony, what the Christians would call repenting, somebody else called that they just wanted to forgive everybody else around them, and they wanted to be forgiven. Isn't that repentance? You know, to be sorry in your heart and a heartfelt apology, and to know that you're forgiven. Yeah, it's like that, guys. So is the veil thinning on us, or is the veil gone? Are we being able to see clearly now? I don't know. What are your opinions? I'm hoping that people, you know, make comments about what's going on. You know, if there's something that I'm saying that is stirring you to click a thumbs down, make a comment. Let me know. We're growing together. We're learning together. This is not intended to be a one-way conversation. No, I want to hear from you guys too. What's going on with you? What's your testimonies? What's going on in your life? I mean, I walk around I'm bursting with happiness. It's a wonderful feeling. I want that for you too. Oh my gosh. To walk through life with this understanding and this inner knowing of what's going on, it's beautiful. Of course, I want you to have it too. And I know within my heart and in my mind now that we affect each other. So, of course, I want you to know who and what you are. So, you know, guys, give me your opinions and your testimonies too. I want to hear. I want to listen. I want to read about them. You know, I want to grow with you guys. This is great. I'm having a wonderful time. But I'm going to remind you, this has not been easy for me. I got tossed around. Big time tossed around. But that was from my own confusion. If it's coming from the Spirit into us, the Spirit and God is not the one in error here. It's our interpretation. And it's a matter of, you know, getting that clean line of conversation going. And so we can understand clearly what's going on. So, you know, is that veil? Is it thinning? Is there a veil at all? What do you guys think? Well, that's it for Michelle's opinions on is the veil lifting. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, guys. Today on Michelle's Opinions, I would like to talk about respecting each other's sovereignty, and everybody's a critic. Okay, in the last video that I just made, I talked about a test. I did a little test amongst a few people that I speak with pretty regularly, and also the second part of the test was my environment, what was going on around me, what I was actually physically walking through and seeing, and the other part was the people that I surround myself with. Okay. I was very shocked by the test results. As for the people that I surround myself with, the one that would be considered, at least by other people, would be the least evolved, is the most evolved. And the people that would be considered the most evolved were actually the least evolved. Let me explain what I'm trying to say here. I did something that was out of my character. And the next day, 2 people decided to correct me, or try to correct me, which means they don't unconditionally love me. There's conditions on it. While the other individual accepted me, loved me, saw the humor in it, and just enjoyed it. So, you know, there's a test there, guys. The results were shocking. So now let's get into the respecting each other's sovereignty. As we're becoming aware that what we are able to do here, it's coming back to our remembrance that these abilities that we've had them our entire lives. We just were not aware of them. We thought we were victims of what was going on around us, but the whole time we were creating the circumstances around us so we could experience them. And maybe there was a part of us that, before we even came down here, we said, okay, well, at this point in this life cycle, I want to know what's going on, so I'm aware. So then maybe I could teach others, like the outreach I'm doing now. We don't know that stuff. I mean, we don't know. But it does seem like there's so many people waking up to who and what they are. And if I think back, in 2001, I started having these dreams and visions and things happening to me. And the doctors put me on medication. They said, I was just having night terrors. Take this pill. So for all I know, in 2001, this journey started for me. I just wasn't aware of what was going on. But in 2012, excuse me, I got something in my eye. In 2012, it was like, wham! Enough time for you to sit there and slack off. You've had 11 years. Get over it. So, anyways, part of this that I'm learning and that I'm trying to apply to my daily life is respecting other people's sovereignty. So as I'm becoming aware of the things that I'm able to do and that we're all able to do, one of the things I'm trying to watch myself on doing is encroaching what I'm creating over what you're trying to manifest in your own life. So, that's a balance there. But at the same time, I don't want people to encroach their manifestation over what I'm trying to do. It's a mutual respect. I would think of it more like a dance. We're all dancing together here. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful dance. Now, it seems like, we had been living under duality, good, bad, we were judging all things, carnally, okay? But it seems like we've come into a new age with a new understanding, and there is no judgment of good, bad, which ties into my test. Unconditional love there's no conditions on it. You just love people through and through. When you look into somebody else's eyes, you're looking right back at yourself because you realize that whatever you're doing is going to affect that other person in profound ways. It's beautiful, guys. It's absolutely amazing what we're able to do. The Bible talks about, and they will be singing a new song. This seems like a pretty new song to me, but it doesn't discredit Christ. It doesn't discredit any of the holy books. Actually, no, it does not. Actually, it helps give a better understanding of when you're reading them that, a lot of them most of them are in code or in parables. But your eyes get peeled back. You stop reading it as a literal book and you read it as, how it is meant to be, a riddle for us to figure out. Once the Bible changes started happening, I was like, oh my gosh, and so that's what I'm sold. I know that it's a book of parables. But create with your heart, love each other, realize we're in this together. We are all equals. There's no race here. There's no first. There's no last. It's not a competition, guys. It's not. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful understanding. And I'm hoping that you can go look in the mirror and see the guru that is in you. It's there. It's there. Just seek for it, guys. Keep pressing through. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions on the test results and sovereignty for each other. Let's do it. Have sovereignty for each other. Unconditional love. Yeah, I'm up with that. That sounds fabulous to me because I do love you unconditionally. All right, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'd like to talk about the rapture and the event. What I want to talk about today is what happens to people in their emotional state, what happens to them in their mind and their heart when they are waiting on a certain date, something that is in the future, something that is, you know, to come in a month or 2 months or 6 months, or, you know, based on a moon cycle or, you know, sun cycle, things like that, or holy days, or it could be a number of things. But with the journey that I've been through, I and myself and my husband, we both got wrapped up in the dates. We did. It was terrible. We would sit there with bated breath, trying to be this perfect being, putting standards on ourselves that were just so unachievable. And it's like holding your breath, and you've got to hold your breath, and you need to stay like that. You know, don't breathe, don't move, hold your head, pat your belly, hop on one leg, and hold your breath at the same time until that date. And then you're going to be raptured out of here, and then you're going to go into the kingdom of heaven, and everything's going to be great and wonderful. And okay, I think you guys get the picture. But what happens is that date comes and goes, and then the letdown, the heartbreak, the emotional turmoil that goes on within us, the depression, it's awful. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you guys, it wasn't just 1 or 2 times that we fell for that. But what I'm here trying to explain to you guys is, don't do that. Don't do what I did. Live in the now. Enjoy your life. Discover who and what you are. You know, I think the Bible says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all else will be added. Well, that's how I started. It was with prayer, reaching out. And then, you know, as time has went on, I'm getting more and more clear. The messages are coming through more and more clear, and the understanding is taking a nice foundation in me. And I don't want to be raptured out of here or anything, because I found out what we're able to do here is beyond our comprehension. These things, our very beings, who we are, what we're here to do. It's really wonderful. So why would I want to leave? Well, it's because what was between my ears and in my head rattling around in there wasn't correct. I had to, you know, shelf that. All those preconceived notions and indoctrinations I'd been through, I had to put all that away. Make room for this to come in and take root and spring up. And I'm trying to reach out to you guys to share with you, to realize that you are the ones you're waiting for. The things that you're able to do, it's beyond comprehension. And the more of us that start walking in this understanding, oh my gosh, we can change this place. And it's not going to be by hard labor. I don't know, guys. I mean, I am hoping I'm getting the message across that You don't need to go there. You don't need to go here. All you need is to go to yourself in your prayer closet through meditation, speaking in tongues, whatever your flavor, whatever. I've heard people that they play on the computer and there's some kind of a DJ thing, and they're spoke to through their computer by what songs are played to get the answers to the questions they're asking. Come on, guys. Hey, if the communication is there, let's just listen to it. You know, it's not gonna hurt. We test all things. Absolutely. Test all things. And I'm gonna make a video because I tested some things and I was shocked by the results. But that's a different topic. Right now, I just want to make sure that I'm getting across to you guys. Don't worry about the date setting and stuff. Everybody, we're colleagues. We're in this together. It's wonderful. It's beyond your comprehension once you start walking into the person with the abilities you've had all your life and understanding that you've had those abilities all your life. And then, you know, putting your mind into it, putting your heart into it, and then manifesting around you, and then walking through and experiencing it with, you know, sound, smell, taste, sight, touch. Wow, guys. I mean, that is a huge revelation. Anyways, that's what, you know, my opinions are on, you know, waiting for the rapture and the event. You guys, it's now. Let's go for it now, okay? Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm just a little channel trying to grow, the little train trying to go up that hill. Anyways, you know, have a good day. Like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I would like to talk about, are we communicating with the divine? Some of the things that, you know, we misunderstand or we misinterpret or that we concern ourselves with is, am I linked back up? And chances are, if you're watching this, you are. And the messages that I've been getting are all-inclusive. Everybody is going to, you know, go to through this wonderful transformation or what is going on with us. It's not just a certain select few, not a chosen people. It is for everybody. Everybody. Now, one of the things that in the beginning that I had problems with was my understanding of what was being dropped into me, the information, the filters it was going through from the things that I thought I knew, the understandings that I thought I had. You know, I was mislabeling the information that was coming into me on, you know, junk that was rattling around in my own mind. What is coming from the spiritual side, the Holy Spirit, source, spirit guides, aliens, whatever, wherever you think you're getting your information from, the only misinterpretation would be coming from between your ears, what your mind is doing. So one of the things that I had to do, and I hope this is helpful, is I basically had to shelf everything that I thought that I knew to make room so that way the messages could come in clearer, so I could hear better. It's like tuning an antenna, facing it the right direction. You know, you're like the direct TV antenna on the roof, okay? And trying to get the message through to the TV. You're up there, you got to move that antenna around until you get a clear picture. And then that picture will come through, and then you'll be able to understand what's going on. I don't want anybody to worry. I want everybody to know how just absolutely amazing we all are and to learn how we affect each other. That's an amazing revelation in itself. Knowing that the energetic level that we, can impact each other is a huge revelation in itself. So, don't worry and don't be so hard on yourself. It takes a while to tune that antenna to be able to pick up the station and get a clear picture of what's going on. I still have to work on that daily. Oh my gosh, yes. And there is nothing that I've got going on within me that you can't have going on within you. The best place to seek information is in your prayer closet, in meditation, off by yourself in your quiet space, whatever your flavor is. Just withdraw and take some time. Be patient with yourself, guys. Everything's going to be just wonderful. And when you get the messages coming in really clear, you're going to know that too. It's going to resonate in your heart, in your mind, and then you're going to watch the manifestations around you and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So you'll be like, the feeling that I have. I mean, I am bursting with happiness. And I don't have the feeling within me that, catastrophe and things like that are going to happen to people. That's not what I want to create from my heart. And that's not the message that I'm getting. The God that I met, or that I'm acquainted with, or that I talk to, is all love. Unconditional love. So, if you are unconditionally loved, what are you worried about? There's nothing to worry about, guys. Everything's going to be okay. I promise. Just keep seeking with your heart. Get your antenna pointed in the right direction so you can hear clear and you can understand. Anything you need to know is right within you. Go look in the mirror if you want to see a guru. A lot of times when we're listening to a bunch of different people and they're getting their interpretations and their antenna may not be exactly pointed where they're hearing clearly yet. So the best place for you to look is within yourself. Take it yourself to prayer, to meditation. You won't go wrong. I promise. Anyways, that's Michelle's opinions this evening on, am I connected? Yes. We were never disconnected, guys. It's a confusion between our ears. So, have yourself a good night. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, today on Michelle's Opinions, I'm going to do the 12 steps to the awakening. Okay, step number 1. Now, let me first tell you that although I'm giving you guys these in steps, they happen to people in no specific order and no form, fashion. It's not like that at all. I'm just breaking down some steps that I've noticed that are similar that each of us go through, but at different times. It's really interesting. Okay, back to what I was saying. Step number 1, dreams and visions. We begin to see things in our dreams and have visions, whether, in prayer or meditation. And that's kind of like the beginning. At least it was for me. So, step number 2, you have this overwhelming feeling to repent or to forgive everybody in your life and to ask for forgiveness. from people in your life. It is just overwhelming, heart-wrenching feeling to reach out and offer forgiveness to those who may have done something to you, and for you wanting to forgive everybody. It's an amazing part of it. It's just beautiful. Okay, step number 3. Holy Spirit baptism, or spiritual cleansing. This beautiful purifying thing that happens to each and every one of us. And it could be called a Holy Spirit baptism, or it could be called a spiritual cleaning. There's no right way. Both of them are beautiful. Okay, step number 4. We get a hunger for the holy books. Doesn't matter which ones. We start searching them out because we're starting to say, wait a minute, something's going on here. I missed something. Did I miss that day in school? So we start seeking it out. We start trying to understand what the heck's going on. Okay, step number 5. You'll start having physical symptoms. Ringing ears, body aches, situations, things changing. Your body, you're losing weight. Or if you need to gain weight, gaining weight. Becoming an overall more healthy person. It's just one of those things that happens. So that's step number 5. Step number 6, seeing the changes in the world. I mean, you know, as I talked about earlier, the Mandela effect and all those things. I mean, you start seeing stuff and you're scratching your head going, what is going on? And at that point, you're like, wait, did I make a mistake here by starting this journey? What's going on? You start doubting yourself, saying, I don't know. Maybe I should back up. Can I go back and take the blue pill? They're like, no, it's too late. You already took the red one. You can't cough it up now. It's already digested. Okay. Step number 7. When your heart is just cracked wide open, you get to go through the empathy stage. You feel other people around you. And that's an amazing thing to be able to experience, guys, because it shows how we are one and how we have so much more in common than ever will separate us. Also teaches us on how we affect one another on the energetic level. You know, things we didn't know before. We just thought our words, and we exchanged the words, whether we were upset or not. Walk away, we're done. No, there's a lot more to it than what we thought. Let's see, we're on step number 8. Looking into aliens. Yeah, we start thinking, okay, this is off-world-like. What's going on? And we'd already searched the scriptures. Now we move past that, or now we're going to go to aliens. Or we may have started at aliens and then went to scriptures. There's no right way. You know, everybody goes through their little 12-step program in their own way. Step number 9. Looking at the technologies. Is it CERN? Is it the D-Wave? But the problem that we run into with that, where the logic for it being a computer simulation, not that the world's not a computer simulation, but what I'm saying is what's happening with us, it can't be, we can't say it's a man-made thing because, you know, my physical Bible that I had in my hand, the words, the ink on the paper changed. Now, if it was a computer, it would have only been in my computer, I would have thought, you know? So that one kind of, so you move on past that one, the technology and D-Waves. Okay, step number 10. We reconnect our heart with our mind. We try to get in one accord here. So that way we're balancing out. Step number 11. Most of us, if not all of us, whether we feel isolated from what's going on with us and not seeing, and other people not seeing what's going on, but we enjoy our alone time. I know I enjoy my alone time. I spend lots of time alone now because I love to connect and talk and then experience what's going on. It's amazing. But we begin to enjoy that. Instead of feeling alone in this, we begin to enjoy the alone time and start to understand and wake up to who and what we are. Okay, step number 12, figuring out the best way to communicate, whether it be from the Holy Spirit to us, whether it be from higher self to us, or whether you think it's aliens to us. We figure out the best way of getting the information into us in its purest form. Try to knock out our logic and allow the information to come in so we can get rooted in this understanding. It's a big deal, guys. So those are the 12 steps. Now there's many, many more. I just wanted to break it down and just do a little like mock-up of the 12-step program. But you know, a big part of what we're doing here, guys, is now we're learning how to apply it in our lives. What are we going to do now that we're beginning to understand what's going on? Well, you know, we got to learn how to digest it, bring it in, manifest it around us, and enjoy walking through it. So I say to you guys, manifest away. Wow, you're limitless. Every single one of us are so amazing. We mean so much to each other. We are together in this, together. There's no more competition, guys. There's no first or last place. We're all gonna go through this. Everyone is. It's wonderful. And I hope you guys are enjoying it, you know, or at least getting to the part where you're enjoying the journey a little bit more. I know I had my struggles. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's it for Michelle's opinions on the 12 steps on your journey to ascension. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.